whilst football's on, a little bit of a match days, a little bit of football and stuff like that. Big up, everyone. I'm going to go through the lineups real quickly, guys. If you don't mind, I will be going through the lineups, of course. Let me just get this up, of course. Let me just do this for you. So if I do this, welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today, of course. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. I hope everyone is doing blessed today, guys. I really appreciate you coming in. Obviously, there's going to be a scattering of watch-alongs over this next few days, months, few weeks. Right? Of course, we're going to be concentrating on Manchester United, but we are going to be looking at other leagues. Players that, you know what, could have went to Man United, like I said, could have went to Man United, but are playing in the Saudi League right now. Like I said, Trinkiao. There was a movement for this player to play in England, to play with Manchester United, of course, guys. Absolutely. Now, I am going to get to the lineups. Let me just go through the lineup. First of all, for Al Diriyah, of course, we got Al Vasilic, guys, in goal. Guys, we got him. He is the Bosnian international, of course. We got Al Faraj as the right back. We got Mbemba. Of course, Mbemba is a player who plays for Dr. Congo, also played against England in the World Cup. Guys, Mbemba, the centre back, who many of us were impressed with. We've got the Gambia. We got the player from Gambia, Coley, Omar Coley, very good player, of course. Well, centre back, and he is the captain today, of course. We've got Najami, of course, as the left back. In regards, they're playing a 4-4-2. I'm seeing a lot more 4-4-2s these days, a lot more 4-4-2s. As a right midfielder, we got Diandi there. We got Diandi. Guys, as the right midfielder. In midfield, we've got Idrissa Gueye. Now, again, another very popular player, of course, guys. Absolutely. He's Senegal international, played at the World Cup. Idrissa Gueye, we all know him from his days in the Premier League, of course, as well. We got Al Qahtani, who's playing in the left side of the midfield there. We've got N'Koudou. N'Koudou, of course, we got him as the left midfielder. And then we go up front to Laborde, who is, guys, Gaetan Laborde. And then we go into Rodriguez. We go to Oscar Rodriguez, who's playing as the striker alongside Laborde. In regards to Al Ahli, now Al Ahli, of course, I think they were the only team I've ever heard of that went a season unbeaten last year. They went a season unbeaten, and they still didn't win the league. Now, this doubles down on the narrative that being invincible is a big achievement. It's the biggest achievement in football. I beg to differ. It is not, because Al Ahli were undefeated in the whole season last season and didn't win the league. Because you could draw every game of the season, and then you draw every game of the season, and then, you know what, it's you don't get enough points, do you? You don't get enough points and stuff. So, yeah, Al Ahli were undefeated last season. Let me go through their lineup. They got Sandy in goal, guys. He is the goalkeeper. On the left back, they're playing a 4-3, guys. We've got Haswari, guys, there as a left back. We've got Ibanez, who's the captain. Ibanez, guys, who plays for Brazil. Brazilian international, by the way. And he is the captain, guys, today. We got Demiral, guys, there. We got Demiral, who plays, of course, for Turkey, Turkish international there. And then we got the talented Rayan Hamid. Now, I want people to watch Rayan Hamid. I'm going to be pointing out a couple of players within these teams, within these squads that I feel are very talented and ones that we should keep an eye on. In regards to the three in midfield, we have on the right of midfield, on the right side of that, we've got Valentin. Guys, we got Valentin Idoa. Guys, Valentin Idoa there. In regards to the centre of midfield for Al Ahli, we have Zayed Al-Jahani. Al-Jahani, we have him there, of course. And then on the left side, we have Edouard Sportsian. Now, Edouard Sportsian, guys, I believe he is a Armenian international. I believe he's an Armenian international there. And then we go up front where there is a lot of talent. And now, look, I think we should be jealous of their front line. We've got Francisco Trinquiao, of course, former player who plays for Portugal, who played for Sporting Lisbon. Many people, of course, as I said, were big fans of him. On the left side, we've got Wederson Galeno. Of course, Wederson Galeno, guys, a Brazilian. And then up front, of course, the player that I like, and one of the reasons I'm doing this watch along as well, guys, Ivan Toney. Now, look, guys, I think Ivan Toney is incredibly underrated. I would be delighted if Man United managed to sign this player as a backup striker, as a guy who's going to nurture Benjamin Sesko, if you know what I mean. I would have been great. It would have been great if we managed to get him in. I don't think we're going to get him in this summer. Absolutely not. But I think he's heavily underrated. I think he's actually criminally underrated. I think he's actually criminally underrated in Mr. Even Tony. I really do. And it's sad that no one's looking at him. No one wants him. People are getting scared away by the wages and stuff. Even though we've saved a lot on wages and things like that, haven't we? And I think that's disappointing, to be honest with you. But I'm excited to see him. 41 goals in Saudi Arabia last season, of course. Let's not forget, 41 goals. Now, look, no matter what league you're in, if you're scoring 41 goals, you know where the back of the net is. And that's what I always believed. It's different for strikers because the back of the net is where the back of the net is, of course, and it never changes, does it, at the end of the day? And that's what I would say about that. The game is almost ready to kick off. Big up everyone. RIP Webby. Yes, guys, look, I just want to say RIP Webby. Darren Webb, of course, who passed away. Of course, a big Man United fan, a legendary Man United fan, and a legacy Man United fan, a guy who was always willing to help, And sometimes in life, you don't meet these fans, and you don't meet them. Unfortunately, we didn't cross paths, me and him. We've spoken a couple of times online. That's about it. But I send my condolences to him and his family. Absolutely. Big up, Mama Flossie. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate you, of course. And big up, Bobby. Of course, Belabor rumors out again. Look, you know what? It's funny, isn't it, Bobby, that we said that we're going to end up with Belabor. We're just going to end up with Belabor. Part of me feels like we are going to end up with Belabor because, they're talking about reduction of the price. It's almost like Brighton are desperate to sell him now, isn't it? It's always like Brighton want to sell him. I mean, who would have knew? Who knew? But he's still, even if it is 65 million, I still think it's too much money for him. He has to be going for the maximum, which I feel will be about 40 million, in my opinion. I think that should be the maximum. I believe absolutely not bloody 65, 75 billion. That has been quoted. Absolutely not. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Really would be. But look, I wouldn't be surprised now, guys, if we actually went out and signed Carlos Belabor. Look, at the end of the day, if he does sign for Manchester United, I'm going to back him all the way to the hill and back. Of course I am. That's what we do, of course. But you know what? I know that it is going to be a very, very risky signing, a signing that, when we're looking at him in the perspective of how many teams actually want him, which teams want him, when we're looking at it from that perspective, we're looking at it, and it's only Newcastle at the moment, as far as I'm aware, that are really in for Carlos Belabor at the moment. Only Newcastle, right? And Newcastle are desperate, because Newcastle, obviously, Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, Gordon, all gone. So Newcastle are quite desperate to get some players in. Of course they are. So, yeah, look, what I would say, look, I would support him if he comes to Football Club, but I think this is just panic stations, in my opinion. If it's worth 30 million, then Belabor is 20. Bobby, I have to agree with you. I agree. I absolutely agree. But as well as I do, that we're going to end up paying premium rate for Carlos Belabor, isn't it? And which we shouldn't be doing. We shouldn't be paying anywhere over 20 million. Absolutely, I agree. You're spot on, my friend. And however, the way we're run, the incompetence and things like that is what it is, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Now, look, there's a perfect opportunity, even in these friendlies and these leagues, in the Saudi League, in the Turkish League, which I'm going to be doing as well. There's a number of leagues that I will be covering this season. And, one thing about me, I don't usually do watch-alongs for other leagues and things like that, but I'm going to do them now because I sit there and I watch a lot of football. I don't just speculate. I don't just talk about it. I watch football. You know what I mean? And, and I know that what is out there, what can possibly come to Man United, what's better than him and stuff. And Carlos Belabor, would represent an error, in particular if it's going to be the price tag that has been quoted of him. I mean, which is absolutely astronomical amount of money for him, for a guy who couldn't string 3 passes together last season. Let's not forget that. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't string 3 passes together, of course. So obviously, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, do you know what? We're getting a little bit desperate now, aren't we? We're getting a little bit desperate. It's getting a little bit panic stations, in my opinion. It really is. And yeah, I just think Man United are just disgraceful in this market. They really are, and it's a shame. It really is because we had such high hopes for this campaign. Of course, sadly, we're not going to get the marquee signing. I don't think we will. I'd be incredibly surprised if we did get the marquee signing in. In my opinion, I would be incredibly surprised, guys. I really would. I big up everyone and thank you for joining me today for Al Diriyah against Al Ahli. Of course, Al Ahli, of course, building a great team. Of course, the champions of Al Nassr won the league last season. Ronaldo has reported back to training for Al Nassr, of course. So he will be playing for Al Nassr this week, I believe. Absolutely. And we will see Ronaldo back. We're also going to see a number of other players that, have been linked to Manchester United as well. Do you know what I mean? And, some players that have gone to Saudi Arabia. I mean, they've got the money there, of course, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, we're going to be getting into that very, very soon, including the West Ham winger, which we were so prominently interested in over the last few months, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys, absolutely. But big up everyone. The crowd looked great, guys, absolutely. And big up. Good evening, my good man, Tagayle. How you doing? I'm good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, of course, Tagayle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. R.I.P. Webby. Yeah, R.I.P. Webby all day long. Absolutely. I knew about his problems about a year ago, 2 years ago, about he had this horrible disease, cancer, of course. And I knew about it a year ago. And obviously, it's taken too many good people. And sadly, and my prayers and wishes go out to his friends and family. They do. But guys, you know what? Football is a great healer. Let's get back. Life moves on, of course. This is what life is, isn't it, at the end of the day? And we are ready to kick off the campaign, guys. Now, I'm looking at Al Ahli's front line, Tony and Trinquial, guys, alongside Galeno. Guys, they've got quite a potent front line, in my opinion, a really strong front line. Some may argue it's better than ours, but you know what I mean, at the end of the day. Yeah, look, football is a great equalizer, isn't it? At the end of the day, Bob, and yeah, I just wish him and I wish everyone the best, of course, guys. I know, look, this is what I'm talking about. I know for fact that, if anything happened to anybody in the football hemisphere, there will be tributes, there will be people, telling people how much they knew him, what a nice guy he is, and they'd be posting up old pictures of them two with a photo together. It's very important that we appreciate people whilst we're here, because at the end of the day, we only want one thing. We only want a good Manchester United. That's what we want. We want a Manchester United that is competing. That's what we want. There's no need to have any rivalry there. Of course not. Guys, we're underway. There's no need to have any rivalry there. There's no point. It's all about understanding that we're all on the same boat, of course. And the thing is that people they just live for today, and the people who I mean, I've had many talks with Webby over the last 10 years. I would say nearly 10 years now. Big up Tomash. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And we haven't always seen eye to eye. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that we saw eye to eye. I'm not going to say that we agreed with everything. But obviously, I was misunderstood. And we ended up getting on, to be honest with you. And but that's what I'm talking about. I've got a lot of people on my social media pages. It's a corner now, guys, to Al Ahli, guys, here. Diriyah defending against Even Tony. Even Tony looking off to get off the mark. He scored 41 goals last season, of course, as I said earlier. Absolutely. Here we go. Header cleared away by Diriyah there. Now, in regards to Diriyah, I would look at, obviously, Laborde. Quite a decent player. They've got Idrissa Gueye as well. So obviously he's quite a good player as well. Idrissa Gueye played in the Premier League, stacks of experience, of course, Idrissa Gueye. So obviously I look at Diriyah and they are building a decent team as well. And the Saudi League in general is building. That's what I would say. Absolutely. Absolutely. But here comes Diriyah. Diriyah keeping the ball. They've lost it there. Well played by Idrissa Gueye. And it's going to go through to the goalkeeper for Al Ahli, the goalkeeper, which is Sandbi, guys. Sandbi, guys, I didn't speak about Sandbi. Sandbi's a Saudi Arabian goalkeeper there, Al Sandbi. Didn't mention him at the beginning of the show. Absolutely. But big at everyone. You want to chat? This is the place to be. Talk about football. Here comes Diriyah. Diriyah on the attack. It's a good opportunity here. It's a chance for 1-0, and he's missed it. Oh my goodness, it's a great opportunity there for them. I think it was Laborde who had the opportunity in the end. It was a big opportunity there, and it should have been 1-0 to Diriyah, guys. It really should have been 1-0, but he was clean through. But goodness me, what a start that would have been. What a start would have been. Opening game of the season against Al Ahli. Now, I would argue Al Ahli are the favourites of the Saudi Super League, in my opinion. I think they'd be the favourites this season, considering they're undefeated this last season. So I would say that in general, I think they will be the favourites this season, definitely. Absolutely. I would like to see more development of obviously Saudi football in regards to the international side as well. Obviously, Saudi Arabia have been in the World Cup numerous amounts of times, they almost qualify every time. You know, of course, the famous team back in 1994, of course, one of the goals ever. Absolutely. Thomas, people forgot how to talk to each other. When you stop talking to people with other opinions, that's divide. Malice and bad intentions happen. That's why the fan base is arguing with each other. They don't understand it, Thomas. You see with us, right? You know, it's a classic Glaze attack. Divide and conquer. You know, that's what it is, isn't it? It happens in politics, Thomas, isn't it? It's called divide and conquer. And they love an argument between the Man United fans because it takes the attention off from them, doesn't it? And ultimately, every single one of us will be jumping up and down, euphoria, smiling, jumping, drinking, and going crazy because if we win the league. If we win the league, I mean, we'll all be together. We'll all be family. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about differences of opinion. This is what people don't understand. Tagali, these owners make the same fans idiot. Liverpool are going to sell their share. We will fall behind. I'm very worried about that. I'll be honest with you guys about Liverpool and obviously their situation there. Jeffrey Bezos is going to buy a huge chunk of Liverpool, of course, which is worrying for Manchester United because Jeffrey Bezos spends money. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we got a bunch of rats who are in charge of Manchester United. Rats, that's basically what they are, who became millionaires through circumstance, not through talent, you know, and they are just there to just bleed the club dry, of course, of funds. Anyway, the manager is Bruno Lage. He's the manager of Al Diriyah, guys, of course, and the manager is Pulisic. Of course, Marino Pulisic. He's the manager of Al Ahli, the Netherlands. International, former international there. He's the 54-year-old manager for Al Ahli. Just so you guys know, it is a goal kick to Al Diriyah here, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, look, guys, look, you know, one thing I would say is that, you know, I sit here, I watch a lot of football. I do a lot of scouting. I look at a lot of players. I've seen a lot of players in Saudi Arabia. I've seen a lot of players in Turkey and in the World Cup, indeed. You know, and I feel like there's an opportunity. Idris Aguirre, that's a corner. Is it a foul? Is it a foul to Al Diriyah? Guys, the player, he can't believe it. He can't believe it. But it is a foul. Is it a penalty or is it a foul? Is it a penalty or is it a foul, guys? No, that's a foul. That's got to be a foul. That's not a penalty. That's outside the area. That's definitely just a foul there, of course, guys. I think definitely it is Hassawari, the talented left back for Al Ahli, who's given away the free kick there. And it was, I believe it was it Diandi who was running clear there, or was it Rodriguez? I think it was Diandi who's the one who got fouled there. But yeah, it was a foul by Hassawari there. He's got a yellow card as well, so now he has to be incredibly careful for the rest of the game there, of course. So yeah, interesting stuff, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up. He spends money on Liverpool to skip tax. Exactly, Thomas. Money laundering, allegedly. I always just say allegedly, Thomas, isn't it? I always say allegedly. Anyway, it's a free kick to Al Diriyah here, guys. It's a free kick in the opening game of the season in the Super League of Saudi Arabia. Cleared away by Al Ahli there by Hamad. He cleared it away well there. Did well there to get the ball away. Thomas, I used to love the computer game Command and Conquer, Red Alert. Mate, I'm so old. I mean, if I give away my age, you know, and I talk about the computer games that I used to play when I was little, and you know, you're talking about cassettes, right? And the cassettes that I used to put in, and then it used to load and make that noise and load and load and load, and then then it maybe will start. You know, trust me, bruv. That is what Man United's transfer window is. Man United's transfer window is basically like an old Commodore 64 or a Spectrum 128K. That is what Man United's transfer window is, where we have loads and loads and loads. Here come again, Diriyah. Diriyah dominating this game. Really good start from them. You had Amiga. I was a Spectrum guy. You had Amiga 64, wasn't it? I was a Spectrum guy. I had a Spectrum 128K. Good cross there again by Al Diriyah. Al Diriyah dominating this game at the moment. So what kind of movie do you like? I like all kinds of movies, Tegele. I'm a classic guy myself. I like all the old movies, the 90s movies, the Quentin Tarantino sort of movies, Tegele. I love those. You know, I love movies that make me think, Tegele. Yeah, so definitely, guys. So I'll be keeping you up to date with all the news surrounding Manchester United, of course, as we go on. Of course, guys, you never know. Maybe for the fragment of an imagination, guys, some news might break. You never know. Some news might break. There might be something that come on. Absolutely. We got Ryan Kasim. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Flip it over to the channel, my friend, to the Saudi channel. I believe it is. Let me get it for you. It is T Mania. You can watch it on TH Mania. There, guys, my friend Ryan. Big up Ryan. Hope you're doing well. And big up everyone in the stream, of course, guys, who's joined me today. Yeah, but I don't think it's live all around the world. I'm in the Middle East, so I can watch these games live, of course, for free. So I get an opportunity to watch these teams. So quite lucky in many ways, because obviously I get a chance. I like watching football from all around the world, of course. But welcome, Ryan, and welcome. And yeah, absolutely. Amstrad was my first console, Bobby. Mine, my mum had my mum used to have the Atari. You remember the Atari and she used to play like asteroids and things like that on it. It was way back. That was probably the first computer console that I ever was familiarized with, was the Atari. After that, we did get the Spectrum 128K. After that, it went on to the how do I say? It probably went on to Nintendo, didn't it? And then Sega, and then it started going on to them, didn't it? At the end of the day, Ali with the attack. That is even Tony there. It's going to be a free kick to Al Diriyah, of course. It's going to be a free kick there, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's having a blessed day so far. Everyone's having a good day, and welcome aboard and welcome everyone to the stream, guys. In this special stream, of course, guys. Absolutely, because we do football. That's what we do. We do football. We don't only do, of course, Man United. We do loads of leagues, guys. Not only Man United, guys. Absolutely. Al Ahli is starting to settle down a little bit more now in regards to the way they're playing. They are starting to settle down a lot better. They have started a little bit nervous, in my opinion. A little bit nervous there, guys. Absolutely. 0-0 though, guys. With about 10 minutes of the game gone. I hope you're all doing well, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Giving you some key players here who playing for Al Ahli and Al Diriyah, of course. So yeah, so there is a lot of talent out there. Interested to see how even Tony is. I am a little bit on even Tony watch. I'm going to be a little bit biased here, but I am a little bit on even Tony watch because I think even Tony's one of the best strikers. I really do. I think, when he was in England, he was probably one of the best strikers, top 3 strikers in England, wasn't he? If not top 2. And, I'm always interested to see how he does. Obviously, he's smashing it. He's absolutely annihilating it at the moment. 41 goals last season. Al Ahli were undefeated in the league as well, in the Super League. Still didn't win the league. That's unbelievable. That's competitive, by the way. That shows you how competitive this league can be. Do you know what I mean? So for them to be undefeated, unbelievable, isn't it? At the end of the day, right here come Al Ahli here. Idawa, great bit of play there. Great bit of play. It's out here. Trincao shot this way. He's claiming a penalty. He's claiming a corner. He's claiming a corner here. Trincão's claiming the corner here. Um, Obviously, Trincão, very good player, linked to Man United a number of times, of course, as we know, linked to Man United numerous amounts of times. It was just a shot, just trickled wide of the post on the left-hand side, but it was a decent effort there. He's claiming a corner. I think it's a corner. I think it actually gets a small touch on the defender there, absolutely. Tegele, how much player you think will sign at this stage of the window? Can I be honest with you, Tegele? If I'm going to be totally honest with you, how many players are going to be signed? I would say that we'd be extremely lucky if we get two. We'll be lucky if we get one. And that's how I feel. I'm not being pessimistic. That's just how I feel at the moment. I don't have any faith. I don't have any hope in this ownership. I don't. Absolutely not. Thomas, saw a clip yesterday that Maradona's favorite player was George Best. That was amazing to me. Impact our player that have had. Like Rakim says, I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Yeah, well, he's a legend, Rakim, isn't it? He was the pioneer, wasn't it? At the end of the day, yeah. Look, George Best. Fortunate enough to meet George Best a long time ago. I told you guys the story of George Best, where there was a celebrity football match at a football ground called Leighton Orient. Leighton Orient was my back garden, and they were doing a celebrity football match. George Best, this was in the 90s, by the way. So George Best was due to play in this football match. He didn't play, but I got to meet him. He shook my hand. We didn't have cameras then. It was in the 90s. And, he said hello. And, I remember it to this day, but he didn't play. He left. He wasn't feeling too good in that time to play the game. And, for me, the thing about George Best, good cross comes in, well cleared, well punched out by the goalkeeper there, Sanby for Al Ahli there. Good punch out, good strength from Sanby there to get the ball away. Yes, George Best, his career was not broadcast. All of his career wasn't there, like TV channels and stuff like that. We only saw bits and bobs of his career. This is the thing about it. This is why, he's still one of the greatest, if not the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? In regards to skills, so underrated and stuff. You know what I mean? What he did for Man United as well in the 1968 Champions League, European Cup final, of course, is unrivaled. There's no player today who plays in the Premier League or in the Premier League in Premier League history who's as good as George Best, in my opinion. The only one talent-wise who I would say is probably Cristiano Ronaldo at his peak. That's about it. But, he was an unbelievable player, an absolute excellent player, and we were fortunate to have him. Unfortunately, I didn't see him play. Too young. I know people have seen him play, though, definitely. Al Ahli have a game on their hand, guys. They have a game in their hand. They are under the cosh, as we say. And they are under pressure in this game. This is not going to be an easy game for them. A lot of people were banking on Al Ahli easily winning this game, of course. They're here on the left-hand side, though. Tries to cut in there. Galeno tried to get the cross in. He didn't quite get the cross. That's going to be a free kick to Al Diriyah. No. Still 0-0, guys, with about 15 minutes to gone of the game. Galeno's one to look out for on the left, the Brazilian. Here is Al Jahani. Here bringing the ball forward. Here on the left hand and on the guys. Now it is Gatani of Al Diriyah. A good tackle there by Al Ahli. Big up Bobby. Big up Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Of course, that's going to be a free kick. That's a foul on Al Gatani, and that's going to be a free kick. I think it was Idrissa Gueye. And that's going to be a yellow card. Idrissa Gueye has not got much pace left, does he? At the end of the day, that is definitely a free kick. Absolutely, that's a free kick, guys. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, guys. Big up everyone in the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video if you like what you see. If you like this content, let me know, guys. If you have any advice, if you want to see something different, if you want to see other football and stuff, let me know, guys. Obviously, we'll be doing a lot of watch-alongs this year, guys. Absolutely. If you're Maradona's favorite player, then you're GOAT status. I know what my dad has told me about Maradona and a lot of other fans. He's better than Messi, mate. Let me tell you that right now. Maradona is the proper GOAT for me, in my opinion, for what he stood for as well. Not only as a human being, as a player, he was an unbelievable player. For me, I still think Ronaldo, for me, is probably the GOAT. I've never seen a player in my lifetime as good as Ronaldo. And I do think a lot of Man United players get brushed under the carpet as well in regards to. I do think we do look at attackers a lot. We don't generally look at defenders as well, because I was a defender. I was a fullback, so I'm always interested to see how defenders do and midfielders do, of course. 17 minutes gone here. We just got a little bit of an injury there, so we're just waiting for the game to resume. It's still 0-0 in the opening game of the Saudi Super League, of course, guys. Absolutely. Guys, so just to let you know, it has finished. ABBA won, not the group, the football team. ABBA won and Al Hassam 2 there, guys. Al Hassam 2. Now, yeah, that is happened today, of course. Absolutely. So where we are today, it is 0-0 between Al Diriyah and Al Ahli in Saudi Arabia, of course, guys. Just down the road from where I am, of course, guys. Absolutely. Long ball comes in. Tony challenges for it. Well punched out by the goalkeeper, Visilic. And it's going to be a goal kick to, it's going to be a throw in to Diriyah. Tegele, George plays football in a simple way. Unbelievable player. Yeah. Naturally gifted, I would say. Naturally gifted players. You know what I mean? That's what they are. Naturally gifted players. And born with that ability. Unbelievable ability, you know. But that Man United team back then, it's the best team of all time, because what they achieved and what they went through. You know, 10 years prior to winning the European Cup, we all know what happened and stuff. So absolutely, definitely the best team ever. It's Al-Qahtani. Al-Qahtani there to Diandi. Diandi passes it infield. Idrissa Gueye going to be running this midfield. Idrissa Gueye, of course, another one was heavily linked to Manchester United as well. Back to the goalkeeper. Thomas, I played as a defender as well when I used to play centre back. I think they get highly underrated, Thomas. I think they get highly underrated. I think a lot of defenders get highly underrated, guys. Absolutely. Good to see Mark Goldbridge, by the way, with Wayne Rooney on the Disney Channel, guys. Absolutely. Great to see them. Great to see Mark progress, of course. I've been on, obviously, Mark's channel. In contact with him for many, many years, by the way. Good to see him with Wayne Rooney, of course. Absolutely. It's made a lot of people unhappy. That's for sure. Man United fans are not big fans of Mark. I know that for certain, of course. Anyway, yeah, it's a throw-in to Diriyah here. Guys, it's a throw-in to Diriyah. I'll be back, guys. 1 second. Yes, guys. I'm back. Big up, everyone. Yeah, I was more of a fullback myself. I played as a right back. I played as a centre midfield sometimes, but I could get forward. You know what I mean? I could get forward, and yeah. Funny enough, Mark just messaged me just now. Funny, isn't it? I think there's too much hatred. I think there's too much hatred for people making something of themselves. I think people who, there's a lot of people who are disappointed with themselves. You know what I mean, in life in general, and they feel the need to take it out on other people. You know, there's so much opportunity to do what you want in life, especially in England. You can do what you want if you follow the right path and you're consistent with it. You can do what you want. You know, I mean, I'm here doing this game. Of course, I'll be doing hundreds of games this season. Of course, in regards to watchalongs and stuff. So it's there if you want it. We got everyone in the stream, guys. 0-0 between Al Ahli and Al Diriyah, guys, in this watchalong. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're having a great day so far. Everyone who's joined me today. Thomas, Cannavaro, Carlos Carfu, Nesta Maldini, Baresi, Taribo West. We can go on. Taribo West, what a name. Inter Milan. You're throwing it back, Thomas. You're throwing it back old school, my friend. Absolutely. Taribo West, very good. One of my favorite teams was the actual Nigerian team of the middle 90s. I actually went to see them play against England at Wembley. And the one with Kanu, Amuniki, Taribo West, of course, Amakachi. Yeah, really, really. Sunday Elise. as well. JJ Okocha. What a team that was. Absolutely unbelievable. Here comes Diriyah, though. Diriyah on the attack here, doing very well. Kadu. And it's gone straight at the goalkeeper there, guys. And that was Kadu with the strike. Straight at the goalkeeper. I'm very impressed with Diriyah with their attacking play so far. Of course, Diriyah's manager is Bruno Lage. Bruno Lage, of course, is a Portuguese manager, very, very experienced manager, of course. He's also managed Benfica, as we know, guys. So very experienced manager. So you get a lot of good football in these games, you know, because of the players that play and also the managers as well, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, guys. So we are 0-0, as we say. Very good game so far. Entertaining game as we stand. As atmospheric in the stadium, of course. Very atmospheric, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone. Big up the legends in the house as well, guys. Really appreciate you all who have joined me today. Appreciate everyone in the stream, of course, guys. Absolutely. Enjoy. I hope you're enjoying the watch along. This is like a sort of like we meet at a bar and we have a chat about football. And we got the Saudi Arabian game on, and that and I love it. RIP Webby absolutely was a true red. He's a representation what Manchester United is, Simon. And yeah, heartbreaking. Unfortunately, that terrible disease has taken another good person. And sadly, Simon, I'm really sad about it. And yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? He was a proper red, and he always had time for people. You know, he didn't judge people, and he was a good person, definitely, 100%. And may God rest his soul and everything. Here come Al Ahli chance. Great goal, and that is a great goal there for Al Ahli. They've scored here, guys. Al Ahli already 1-0 is a great finish. It was a fantastic finish there, and it's 1-0 to Al Ahli already, guys. And it is a fantastic finish. It is Sportsian. Guys, and the number 8, it was a good goal. I don't know what they're protesting about. It was a very good goal for Al Ahli there. Really good finish. Maybe the goalkeeper could have done a little bit better, but it is 1-0 to Al Ahli already, guys. 1-0 and fabulous finish. It took a little bit deflection, to be fair to the goalkeeper. There, it took a little bit of deflection, but it is 1-0 now. 1-0 to Al Ahli, guys, and great start for them. They have actually struggled in this game so far, guys, and they come good. Sportsian, who has scored the goal. Sportsian is the Armenian international, as we know, guys. The Armenian international is Sportsian, playing on the right of the center of midfield for Al Ahli, guys. Good start for them. I was impressed with Al Diriyah, but Al Diriyah didn't get the goal, did they? And unfortunately, Al Ahli have made them pay the price. Diriyah are looking for a foul here. They're looking for a foul. Unfortunately, they're not going to get anything. Simon, Sal, what do you think of Rooney teaming up with Goldfish? Simon, look, at the end of the day, best of luck to Mark. He's, you know, one thing about Mark Goldbridge is that he's not everyone's cup of tea. I've never been everyone's cup of tea over the years. But, you know, one thing I will say, I congratulate people who do well for themselves, you know, and that's what I'll say. And well done. And as long as he keeps true to himself and he speaks the truth, and he you know, he goes against the Glazers and Ineos and he starts talking the truth, I don't see there's any problem with it. I think it would be a good thing, you know, if we can have that. And someone actually telling Wayne Rooney about the truth. And that's what I would like to see, because I know what... Here come Diriyah looking to equalize straight away. Chance over the bar. Unlucky there. It was a good opportunity there. No, I just wish people the best of luck, and that's it. I've known Mark for 7 years, Simon. And, you know, we've never fortunately worked with each other. We came close. But, you know, what I would say is that, you know, all I do is just wish people luck, and, you know, you just concentrate on yourself, keep your head down and let things inspire you. Don't let it irritate you. And that's it. And that's what you do. Say, okay, you can do that. I can do that too. Why not? You know what I mean? You know, why not? Keep people sweet. And, you know, you never know, your opportunities will come too. Anyway, Algeria looking to equalise straight away. They have responded well. Tegede, City are going to sign Enzo and Bawardi, but some of our fans are okay about it. I honestly think, guys, I've got this image, right? I've got this picture. Oh, good cross, and it's just gone wide. That's going to be a corner. Is it? No, I thought it took a deflection. There was a blatant deflection there. Surely that was a deflection. Surely that was a deflection there on the right hand side for Diriyah. There it was Diandi. Diandi, I believe it was, who run there. It is a corner. I think it was Al Faraj actually. Sorry. It is a corner to Diriyah. Can they equalize straight away? They need to, because obviously Al Ahli don't want them running away with the game. Header cleared, comes back out here in regards to the midfield. Shot wide. It's going to be a goal kick to Al Ahli. Guys, there we go. We got everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. Lots of people in the house already today. Really appreciate everyone. We're going to have a bit of a, not hibernation break. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to have a bit of a water break, one of these. You know, we're going to have a water break. Obviously, it's very hot. And I mean, if anything deserves a water break, guys, it's Saudi Arabia. Let me tell you that right now. Even at this heat, even at this time, it's hot. Big up everyone. Even Tony's not happy about something. Don't know what's going on. So is Rodri gone to Barcelona? Not yet. But Manchester City rejected the 55 million offer for Rodri. Barcelona are going to come in with another offer imminently. There, definitely. You see, absolutely. So I expect Barcelona to come in with another offer. There, guys. Soon. It does look like Rodri is going to leave. If not, you know, that opens the door for Man United and Tchouaméni again, doesn't it? If he does go to Real Madrid, he might go to Real Madrid, and that opens the door again, doesn't it? Wouldn't that be amazing if the door opened again for Tchouaméni? Unsurprisingly, do you know what I mean? Absolutely. They're just replaying the goal on Sportsy, and there it was a good goal. It was a good strike, but it took a wicked deflection there and just fizzed past the goalkeeper. The Armenian international, of course, got the goal for Al Ahli here. Guys, absolutely. One thing I would say, I think I should be an international commentator, don't you think? I think I should be invited to be a commentator for football matches. I think I should. You know how difficult it is, you know, to memorize names and learn about leagues and things like that, you know? I'm gonna be an international commentator, definitely there. You know, I might find it hard saying something, you know, swearing or something, but you never, you know. Anyway, we've got a calling break here. They called it a calling break now. It's not a hydration break like in America, but yeah, even Tony, who was in the England squad, of course, as we know, I felt he should have started a few more games, definitely for England, but yeah, was more or less on the bench. Women, why don't they put their finger out and get what's needed? Because they don't want to spend money. All I can say, Simon, is that they don't want to spend money, and their priority is a stadium. And we don't need a stadium right now. We need a good football team. That's what we need. Stadium will come organically if you're a successful football team. It's as simple as that. You know, you could build a stadium. You know, if you're a successful football team, you will get money and you will be successful. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. As simple as that. But we got our priorities all messed up, in my opinion. Diriyah on the attack here on the right hand side again for Diriyah. Diandi gets the cross in, and that's going to be another corner to Al Diriyah here, guys. Gets the good cross again there, and it is. I'm looking at also Al Faraj, guys. He's looking like a decent right wing back for Diriyah. Obviously, if we're looking for, you know, I think you have a very good voice. Thank you so much, Tegede. I really appreciate it. Some people don't like my voice. Some people said I've got an irritating voice. But we can't please everyone, can you? At the end of the day, you know, the fact of the matter is, no matter what it is, whether people like you, whether people dislike you, people are talking about you. That's as simple as that. Like, you know, when people come on my channel and said, someone said this, someone said that, you know why? One thing I learned in life, you know, when people talk about you, it's only because they got nothing good to say about themselves. It's as simple as that. They got nothing to say about themselves because their life is so boring, so they talk about you, and that's what it is. So I learned. Simon, Mount proved he ain't good enough to sit in our midfield. Ineos need to be back, Carrick. And we know, Simon, that, it's going to be Michael Carrick is going to suffer. It's going to be Michael Carrick is going to feel the brunt of the aggression when things go pear-shaped, isn't it? We know that the fans are going to be calling for Michael Carrick's head because they would have forgotten about this window and they'll be just focused on the book cover, which is Michael Carrick. And this is going to happen again. And we're going to fall for the same mistake that we always do, isn't it? And absolutely, Ferran Torres to Paris Saint-Germain. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano, guys. Ferran Torres is a PSG player almost. Another great signing for PSG there. Look, that's what you do, isn't it? That's what you business in. Look at PSG. Look what PSG have done this last 2-3 years, guys. Look at what they've done the last 2-3 years. That is what I want Man United to be. That is what Man United should be. That is exactly what Man United should be. Do you know what I mean? I just want the season to start now. I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, mate. Absolutely. Anyway, on the right hand side here, we've got our Diriyah. I'll be honest with you. I think Diriyah have had the better of the game in regards to everything. I think they've had the better of the game so far. I really do. And they are very attacking. Maybe they need to be a little bit more prolific. Here's Idrissa Gueye, Kadu, Rodriguez, back to Idrissa Gueye. We got back to Rodriguez here. It's in midfield now. Diandi keeping the ball. We got Al Faraj high up the pitch there, right back position. Here, even Tony's got the ball on the left, guys, on the left wing. Believe it or not, shot deflected. That's going to be a corner to Al Ahli here. You know what's going to be good is what's going to be good is the season starts and we have a great result against Hull City. That would be great. You know what I mean? That would just settle things down a little bit. Simon, Sal, years gone by, PSG will at lace United's diversity in boots. How many times have changed under the ownership? How times have changed under the ownership? That's what I'm saying. That's what a good ownership does, Simon. PSG didn't win the league for 22 years before this ownership came in for them. And they've done absolutely amazing things with them. They won 2 Super Cups, 2 Champions Leagues in 2 years. Unbelievable. And all the league titles and all that. Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, they are what we want to be. And for us to be on that level, we need a better ownership. We can't get to that level with this ownership. I'm sorry, I've come to the conclusion we are not going to get to that level under this ownership. Now, look, I think we can win trophies. I think we can win the odd thing here and there. I don't think we're going to be totally neglected of trophies, but for the big guns, the big trophies, the Champions Leagues and things like that, you need a very good team. You need a good squad. When you look at Arsenal and you look at the way Arsenal played in that Champions League final, they absolutely scored in that Champions League final. That is the levels. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. I don't think United are a million miles away. Absolutely not. But we've got a lot. We've got a lot to do. We really do. We've got a lot to do, guys. And I really hope that we get things done. We get something done, of course. Absolutely, guys. It is Diandi on the right hand side there. It cuts it in, and it's cleared away. Cleared away again. There. Long shot by Diriyah. There we go. He's straight at the goalkeeper. There. Even Tony with a strike. Mbemba brings the ball forward. Now it's Idrissa Gueye in the middle of midfield here. Passes it back to Lajami. Lajami, he's got Kole on the left. He passes it back to Mbemba. Mbemba finds Al Faraj. Idrissa Gueye. Al Faraj is here on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Yeah, it's a little bit of a clumsy cross there. Simon, I grew up around Old Trafford, watched Koppel, Robertson, Whiteside when it was United. We need to get these greedy elders out, milking the club dry. Sadly, it's too. I would never say it's too late, Simon. I would never say it's too late. I just feel like we need to be more aggressive, more intimidating in regards to what we do, in regards to the ownership, and to get them out because they're feeling too comfortable at the moment, in my opinion. I think the ownership are too comfortable. I think we're too nice on the ownership, in my opinion, and we're not aggressive enough. We're not scary enough in regards to that. And yeah, we need to do a lot more to get them out. The Glazers need to leave. Ineos need to leave, and we need to get some proper owners here who actually care about this football club. Other teams are just running away with everything. They're running away. Other teams are running away, getting better and better. Here's Diriyah. Diriyah with a chance. There's a good opportunity here. Guys, could do. Strike over the bar from Rodriguez. He's claiming that Kudu is claiming that he was fouled there. Did look a little bit strange there. Oscar Rodriguez was the final shot, but it did look like it was a foul, in my opinion. He done well, yeah. He did kind of push him down, if I'm being honest with you. He did kind of push him down. We need to call games off to make these parasites listen. The thing is, Simon, that is the only time that they've ever responded to the Man United fan base is when we cancelled that Liverpool game, wasn't it? That was the only time that they've ever responded. The only problem with this is that it's going to have to take a collective because people were getting criminal records and losing their season tickets for doing this, for doing protests and that. But we're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice if you want change. If you cancel games, they're going to have pressure from the PGMO. They're going to have pressure from UEFA. They're going to have pressure. And they're going to be asked the question, what's going on at the football club? Sort it out, or this or that. You're going to get sanctions. Do you know what I mean? We need to do a lot more. Definitely, 100%. We need to do a lot more. Done so far. Nowhere near enough. It's the only way, Simon. I agree. And it hits their pockets too. They get fined. It hits their pockets. So if games get cancelled, it causes all sorts of a backlog, causes all sorts of problems if games get cancelled. Do you know what I mean? And I really would. It'd be a godsend for the games to get cancelled. Absolutely. It'd be really good for games to get cancelled. But do we have it in us to do it? Do we have it within us to do cancel games and things like that? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Absolutely. Guys, so we are still 1-0 with Al Ahli here in the Saudi Super League. Guys, Clayton is on the floor for Diriyah. Well, that's Diandi. Clayton is Diandi. So Diandi's on the floor. Now, game will carry on. He's back up. He's back up. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. There you go. It's a free kick to Al Ahli here. He's going to be all right. Guys. Yeah, let me know how you're feeling, guys. Smash a like on the video, everyone, if you don't mind. If you could do that, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who's joined me for this game today, for the first game of the Saudi Pro League. Yeah, and we also got a couple of games coming up this next couple of days. So, look forward to a lot of watch-alongs, guys. A lot of football discussion, of course. Lots going on at the moment. Lots of fallouts, of course. Lots of anger, lots of disgruntlement, and understandably so as well, to be honest with you. And we will keep calling that the truth. We will keep spreading the message of truth as well. Absolutely. We'll keep spreading the message of truth. That's how we should be doing things. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there not spreading the truth, guys. And there's too many people out there not spreading the right word in regards to what is best for the football club. They're doing what's best for their platforms, not what's best for the football club. And we are on the right side of history. We are on the right side of history, in my opinion. We really are. And yeah, 100%. Here come, great ball there. This is Tony. Tony with the ball. Can he get the cross in? Is he looked up? Good strike. Great save for the keeper. That was a good strike. It's a good strike from even Tony. It's a corner. Visilic with the save. Did he get a hand on it, Visilic? But yeah, that was a great run by even Tony. Smashed it very, very hard there. I thought he was going to go underneath the goalkeeper, but he managed to get his hand. Good save from the keeper there. Really good save. Got his hand in it. Brilliant save there. It was a good strike from even Tony. Could have been 2-0. That could have been curtains for Al Diriyah there, but it is a corner to Ali here, guys. It is a corner. And Sportsian, the goal scorer, will be taking the corner here for Al Ali. Can Al Ali score again before half time? Can they get it in before half time? They look dangerous on the counter attack. I would say that cross comes in, header. Tony's going for a handball. He's claiming handball. Tony's claiming handball here. He's not happy. Is there a VAR here? I'm not even sure there's even a VAR in this game. There's going to be a VAR. There's going to be a VAR check. Did he handball it there? Did he handball it? Let me have a look. He's claiming handball. They're claiming handball. No. I don't think it's going to be a handball. Coley's claiming his innocence. Yeah, I don't think you can give a handball for that. I don't think. I think that would be very, very harsh. Yeah, that's harsh. It's too close, man. Come on, you can't give penalties for that. Anyway, Trinkiao will take the free kick. Take the corner kick for Al Ali here. He's going to be taking the corner kick, guys. Now he's passed it on to Sportsian, this time on the left-hand side for Sportsian. Two-footed Sportsian. Very impressive. The Armenian international will be taking a corner with his right foot, an out swinger here. He will be taking the corner. Cross comes in, hits Tony, and it's not quite there. Not quite from Tony this time. Tony looking for his first game of the season, of course. Let's not forget, guys, of course, Al Nassr kick off soon as well. New manager and all, of course. New manager for Al Nassr, of course, guys. Just write this tweet. So Al Nassr have appointed Ange Postecoglou as a new manager. Ange Postecoglou has become a thorn in our side, of course, Man United's side, of course, during that one season, of course, guys, which is rather we forget that. Do you know what I mean? That was a nightmare. That was a horrible moment for us Man United fans, wasn't it, at the end of the day? We're about 1 minute to half time, guys, and it is 1-0 to Al Ali. Only 1-0. I've been impressed, to be honest with Diriyah. They have been quite good here, in my opinion. Really, really good, in my humblest of opinion. Here's Mbemba. Mbemba to Lajami. Lajami takes the ball forward out of defense. He passes it on the left to Coley. Coley gets it out on the wing to Kadu. Kadu to cut back to Coley. Here for Al Diriyah here. We are on the 45th minute now. Simon, the true fans will step up. Eventually, the false fan channels will not. Terry, the Arsenal fan. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, in regards to him, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but it doesn't mean you have to agree with their opinion. I don't agree with what he's saying at all. There's no love there for Man United. Those who really, truly love Man United, no, you know what I mean? I don't think he loves Man United. Yeah? I don't think, I know Man United fans. Like, I'm from East London. I was raised literally down the block for him. I knew every Man United fan, right, back then, who lived near me, right? And certainly I don't think he was one. No, I don't think so. But you know what? It's him, innit? He's playing a game. The ex-banker would remove the B and absolute Simon. It's quite evidently something's going on because there's such a religious backing for something that is unproven. And there you go. I don't understand it. I really don't. All the excuses are coming out under the sun. Here comes Kudu. Kudu gets it to Coley. Coley whips in the cross. It's a little bit of a mess there from Al Ali, and he manages to get. They managed to get it away in the end. It's a clearance there from the left back, Hassawi. There, so it is still 1-0 to Ali. Al Ali cross comes in against Diriyah. Good control there. Good spin. Good strike. It's going to be a goal here. He's hit the post. I can't believe it. He's hit the post. Diriyah hit the post. It should have been 1-1. Unbelievable. It's another strike, and this time it's wide, just wide. That should have been 1-1 there. guys, it was Diandi. I think it was Diandi who was the one who should have scored the goal. He was the one who hit the putt. I think he hit the putt. Yeah. Oh god, he got to score that. You're point blank. He just needed to get it on target, and he's missed it. Sal, is Amram is yet to win a game so far. As much as I don't think Rashford should kick a ball for us, I'd love him to score the winner on Saturday so I can see it happening. Welcome back. Is he looking for supporters? I don't care about friendlies, to be honest with Simon. Many teams have not won games in friendlies and ended up winning the league and stuff like that. So I prefer Amram to Rashford. I prefer him to Rashford. I don't like Rashford. I think Rashford. It's not that I don't like him. I think Rashford needs a lot of making up to do in regards to Man United. What he said about Man United. Amram called out the board. Amram did something what was good, Simon. Amram called out the board, mate. You know what I mean? Rashford has never called out the board. You know, so I'm going with Amram on this one. You know, Amram is a representation of everything that is wrong in this football club. Whether he was the right manager or the wrong manager, he called out the problems in this football club that many people have not done. Even legends, so-called legends of the football club, many people have not called out the problem in this football club. Certainly not Rashford. Rashford has actually slandered this football club, you know, for his own benefit, not because he wants the Glazers out or anything like that, in my opinion. We've got about a minute of this half to go, guys. It is still 1-0 to Al Ahli. Diriyah have had the best chances, you know. My point is, United can't slag Rashford because they're trying to offload him. They can't. Yeah, I agree with that, Simon. Absolutely. They can't slag him off because it would devalue him. But no one's going to pay his wages, Simon. There is no problem. Let me tell you something, Simon. There's no problem with anyone paying the money for Marcus Rashford, but nobody is going to pay his wages. Here's the point: nobody's going to pay his wages. He's not going anywhere. His wages are too high. Unless we loan him somewhere, nobody is going to pay the wages. So we're stuck in the middle of nowhere, you know, and that's what it is. So there's no point even wishing anything. It's just that he's another representation how incompetent we are. You know, Diriyah cross comes in, big chance again. On the right, he didn't quite get it. It's a corner. It's a corner there. This time it's Al Faraj on the right again. Al Faraj is very potent on the right. Looks very impressive. Al Faraj. He's been really attack minded on the right hand side there. I did mention him before the show. If we're looking for a right back, Al Faraj is your guy. Really good player for Al Diriyah, by the way. Really good player, playing really good. 23 years old only. But we won't look at that. We won't look at them things, will we? Absolutely not. It should be halftime. It is halftime, guys. It is halftime. It is Al Diriyah 0, Al Ahli 1 in this game, guys. Smash a like on the game, guys. Halftime in this game. Good game, to be fair, on the first game of the Saudi Pro League. Sportsian was the guy who got the only goal of the game so far, guys. But Diriyah have played very well and arguably have, in fact, had the best opportunities in the game. They hit the post agonizingly just now. Yeah, they should be level at least, guys. But it is 1-0 to Al Ahli here. And all to play for still, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. And put your notifications on and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Big up everyone supporting the channel as well, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. And welcome to this watch along, guys. Absolutely. Simon, I want my club up. Unfortunately, businessmen are running it. Businessmen in quotation marks. The Glazers were given this football club. They didn't even earn it. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think they would have took the football club, you know, if their dad didn't give it to them. Do you know what I mean? I really do think so. I don't even think they would have took the football club, guys. Absolutely not. But big up everyone. Don't forget to smash your likes. I'll be back, guys. I'm coming back. Bear me a second. Yes, guys. Hope you're all well. Thank you so much for being patient, guys. Really appreciate that. Yeah, look, it's been a crazy few weeks, hasn't it? A few months. The funniest thing was is that a couple of months ago, people were coming on the channel and saying, "Sal, why are you being so overreactionary? Why you be, you should have a little bit of patience. The window's still a couple of months to go." Then a month later, people are going, "Oh, there's still a month to go in the window. You should be patient." Blah blah blah. Then now there's 2 weeks to go, and people are staying the same. And eventually, it's going to be 1 week to go. Then there's going to be 1 day to go. Then there's going to be 1 hour to go, guys. And we've all been here before, haven't we? We've all seen this story before, playback, run back, haven't we, guys? We have seen this before. We've all seen this nonsense, you know? Absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. It really is. But yeah, I hope we get our club back, Simon. I do. One day, one day we get it back. It'd be the sweetest thing ever, wouldn't it? It'd be the sweetest thing ever to get our club back. Absolutely. Yeah. Just to get you updated in regards to the league, the current league that we're in, of course, it is Al Shabab one, Al Qadsiya one, of course. Al Qadsiya, who one of the favorites in the Saudi league, guys. If you look at Al Qadsiya, you've got some of the players they've got. Got the likes of Quinones, there, Retigui, of course, the Italian. He played in Italy for so long. Scored loads of goals. The Argentinian, Italian, of course, guys. Vega and they're still signing players there. I mean, the Saudi team are playing are doing more business than us, to be honest with you guys. Absolutely. Is Al Ali who are winning here, guys, by a goal to nil. It's going to be a hell of a season here in the Saudi league. Going to be a hell of a season. So let's see how it pans out, guys. Absolutely, let's see how it pans out. Just want to say, guys, I want people to read between the lines, right? I want people to read between the lines in regards to Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick kind of called out the ownership over this last 24 hours. He did say that he wants more players. Let's not forget that. He did say he wants more players, of course. And yeah, and that is kind of an indirect rallying cry. That is kind of indirect kind of a push to the owners. He didn't say it like aggressively, but he did say it. Very disappointed by a couple of things at Man United at the moment, not only about the ownership, but also about the nepotism going on as well, the favoritism stuff like that. You know, um, Big up, Sal. Your knowledge of football is top notch. Thank you so much, Tagada. You're a legend, mate. Thank you much. I really appreciate you. Absolutely. Yeah, because Simon Carrick could be lying if he said anything more. If he said, "Oh, I'm okay, I don't need anything," he would be lying to himself, wouldn't it? He'd be lying. If he went out there and said, "Look, I don't need any signings, I'm good," and he's just fibbing. He's just lying, isn't it? So yeah, absolutely. Simon, back in the 70s, 10 minutes after kickoff, the turnstiles were open as part of the crowd control, all standing. As kids, we should sneak in and watch the match. Yeah, I remember those days, mate. I did that at Wembley, Simon. But the local Bobby was on us. Yeah, the police, you had to be careful, but you found your ways. And people used to creep into Wembley loads of times. You know what I mean? Dangerously as well, some may say. So football's changed so much over the days, the thing is the thing about Man United is that Man United were built by the working class. They weren't built by billionaires and millionaires. They were built by the working class. That's what Man United were built by. Real people, who had normal lives. That's what Man United were built by. Not these billionaires who took advantage of what we built, by the way. Not them. We built that, by the way. This is the thing. And I think people have shied away from what we are. Do you know what I mean? Simon, if we found its owners not Carrick, absolutely. Unfortunately, Simon, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to blame Michael Carrick. They're going to forget about the ownership because the ownership will hide for a few months. They've been hiding all summer anyway, but they're going to be hiding and people will forget about them, sadly. We won't on this channel. We will not forget about the ownership. We will not forget about these moments. We're sitting here right now talking about the ownership and talking about players. We will not forget. We will never forget. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And yeah, but unfortunately, there will be people who will be calling out Michael Carrick. They will be throwing Michael Carrick under the bus because a lot of them, some of them are disappointingly. will have an opinion about Ineos, and they don't want to change their opinion about Ineos if it involves them being wrong. It's an ego as well. An ego as well. So if they are wrong, that it makes them look stupid in their eyes. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. If they are wrong, and yeah, crazy. Tagada, the problem is that owners do not listen, and they are greedy owners that do not care about the football club. Agree, Tagada, they don't care about the football club. Absolutely not. They don't. It's pretty evident there. If me or you had the money and we were in charge of the football club, our main focus would be on that football pitch. On that football pitch would be like, how do I make Manchester United the best team in the world? You know, how can I make Man United the best team in the world? If we were in charge, you know what we want. We will be vying for everything. You know what I mean? We'll be kicking every ball. So I mean, United failed in my opinion when they sacked Jose Mourinho in the downhill since then. I think at that time, Jose Mourinho needed to be backed after he won the Europa League and came second in the league, won the league as well. I was at that final. It needed to be back then, but most managers, we don't finish the job in regards to the backing. We back them half-heartedly, and then everyone knows that we need a generational window, and we haven't had a generational window. Look, to this day, we still haven't replaced the midfield. Right, all right, we bought Casemiro, but Casemiro was past it. We haven't bought a proper midfielder who's going to be there for 5 to 10 years. A left back. The last proper left back we purchased was Luke Shaw. What's going on? You know what I mean? I know that Dorgu could be counted, but Dorgu's going to be playing midfield anyway. I think he'll end up being playing left midfield, in my opinion. Absolutely. The fans do know what's needed, yeah. Most of the fans. Some fans don't. Some fans don't. Those ones who are living up Ineos' backside don't know what the fuck club needs because they're backing Ineos. And that just goes to show you everything you need to know about them. That they don't know what this football club needs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Yeah. Crazy people. They're backing this all. They're backing all this blind. Crazy people. Man United fans, my backside. You know what I mean? Absolute jokers to claim to be Man United fans, yet they're happy to support someone that actually saved the Glazers. It's unbelievable. What I want to know is what happened in the year. Like last year, we were talking about protests and things like that. We were talking about that. Now we're like talking about, for them, they got no money. Let's feel sorry for them. What's happened in this last year? That we were protesting against them 1 minute, then the next minute we're like, oh, it's not their fault. I don't get it. I don't know what happened unless something has gone on in their head. Like it's brainwashed everyone. I don't know, but yeah, it does seem a little bit strange to me. It does seem a little bit strange, in my opinion. What's been going on? You know what I mean? Really does. I find it bewildering. I really do. Guys, we're waiting for the second half in this Saudi Pro League opening match of the season. It is Diriyah nil, Al Ahli 1, guys. I called out Adam FUTV. He didn't reply. He didn't like it. My work boots are older than him. I forgot more about United than he will ever know. He's got a platform because of Mark Goldbridge, and Mark Goldbridge regrets it as well. A lot of these people got big platforms because they were given the platform, unfortunately. Look, Adam is a good guy. I like him as a person, but his ball knowledge is desperate. And he's so far up their backside as well that I don't know which end starts when Jens finishes. And a lot of them are doing this so they get those VIP passes, those VIP in the press conferences and things like that, backstage interviews and things like that. But if we're going to talk about Mark Goldbridge is a definition of that. You know what? You don't have to suck up to people to get opportunity. If you just stay true to yourself, you can still get opportunities. I guarantee you I'll get opportunities, even though I call out the ownership every single day. They must dislike me. They must hate me with a passion. But, I call them out every single day because I know what's right for this football club. If you support the ownership, then you're not red. Yeah. I mean, well, you're not as much of a red as we are because we actually want the club to be successful, and it's pretty evident that they don't care about the club being successful. They care about a stadium because a stadium is a vanity project. A stadium represents vanity and ego. You know what I mean? Where their name's going to be rubber stamped all over the stadium and things like that. A stadium represents infrastructure, represents something that they can look at and say, "I built that." Absolutely. Big up Bilal. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yourself. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you again. Hope everyone is doing blessed in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash the like on the way in, guys, if you don't mind. Please, absolutely great to have you here on board, of course. It is our Diriyah and Al Ahli one, guys, courtesy of Sportsien, the Armenian international, has got the goal deflection in top of the net, guys, and they have played well. Al Diriyah, they're still in the game. It's only 1-0. Whilst it's only 1-0, you never know, do you? You never know whilst it's only 1-0, do you, guys? Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. But yes, guys, it's a great opportunity. Even in these watch-alongs, it's great to have these conversations. It's great because we can talk, we can analyze, we can debate about these very serious and situations that we find ourselves at Manchester United, isn't it? You know, we find ourselves in a very precarious position right now, and there's a lot of disagreements. And we thought we got rid of the toxicity, but the toxicity, I think we haven't even reached the tip of the iceberg yet in regards to the toxicity. I don't think we reached the pinnacle of what the toxicity could be. I don't think we've reached the actual limit of how negative this could get. I think it could get even more negative. Things could easily go wrong. I don't know much about the Saudi League. No problem, Bilal. You're here to learn a lot more about it. Absolutely. Well, let me a little bit about this game. You got Trinquial, who used to play for Sporting Lisbon. Man United were very linked to him. Francisco Trinquial, of course, played for Sporting Lisbon and Portugal in the World Cup. We've also got Ivan Toney, who I like very much up front for Al Ahli. Absolutely. You've got Idris Gueye, who plays for the other team, Diriyah. He plays for them. Al Ahli are not the champions. They came second last season. They were unbeaten in the league last season and still didn't win the league. It was Al Nassr who picked them to the post at the end, guys. And yeah, it ended up winning Al Nassr ended up winning the league. Of course, lots of things going on in regards to Man United. Al Nassr, in regards to Saudi Arabian football, Al Nassr have Angie Postecoglou as their manager now. Kent Simon, Sal, I worked on a frontliner recently. Ineos offers them 50 million for the land. They said F off. It's not 400 million or nothing. Maybe the reason they are penny pinching and transfers. They're spending all their money on shares in regards to chemical companies and the land. That's all they care about. They don't care about the football team. On the football pitch, they believe they can get the maximum from the absolute minimum. That's what they believe. They can get the maximum by giving the absolute minimum. That's what they believe. And we all know that you're gonna have if you're gonna win league titles and Champions Leagues, you need to give the maximum. You know, you can't just give a bit parts and trust me, brother, it's gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, we'll probably end up going buying Carlos Baleba. You know, make a lot of people happy. We got a lot of Carlos Baleba fanboys and girls, haven't we? But it make a lot of people happy if we sign Carlos Baleba. Maybe we should sign Carlos Baleba so we can prove him right. We prove ourselves right again, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But big up everyone. Don't forget to smash a like on the video if you don't mind. Whilst you're in here, it'd be great to have you smashing that like. That'd be absolutely great, guys. Yes, nothing I want more than a successful Manchester United. Of course I do. I want Man United to be successful. I want Man United to do well. I want us to win titles, which I believe we should be. Of course. Do you know what I mean? And I want nothing more than to come on here every single morning and be positive and be factually positive, not gaslighting positive. Do you know what I mean? And that things are going so well. I really want that. Sometimes you call out problems in something because you have love for that. If you don't call out the problems and you hide the problems, you don't have love for it. It's as simple as that. And that's what I firmly believe that. Do you know what I mean? I really do. Absolutely. And yeah, sadly, there's some people who are gaslighting. Good people as well, by the way. You know, good people that I've been on their channels as well, by the way. I know them, by the way. You know what I mean? And sadly, some of them have been fooled. Some of them have been manipulated. And they continue to be manipulated. You know, when you have to write paragraphs and literally learn algebra to learn about back in Ineos, that's when you know that they're not the right people for this football club, isn't it? At the end of the day. Waiting for the second half to start, guys. Here in Saudi Arabia, of course. I am in the Middle East myself. I'm in the UAE, guys. So welcome aboard, everyone. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Simon, I couldn't care less if we have to pay 100 million for the best in class. It's us fans that find it exactly, not the owners. These leeches are taking the profit from us. This is why I said we should just go and get Lewis Hall for 80 million. Just go and get him, splash the money down, say, here you go, and get him. Just like I said about Anderson and Tonali and Mateus Fernandez, you know, and Tuamini and now Amanu Kone and all these players. I say, spend the bloody money. I've said it many, many times, you know, because you're going to make that money back anyway. If you're successful, you're going to make that money back tenfold. You know, they don't want to do that. Sadly, they want short term money. That's what they want. They're not thinking about the long term. This is doubles down on the fact that they're not long term. They're short term. Do you know what I mean? Sad, isn't it? It really is. It really is disappointing what we have to go through every single day, the debates and the talks and the things that we have to speak about every single day. You know, it shouldn't be happening at a club like Man United. This should have been fixed a long, long time ago. Do you know what I mean? It really should have. Anyway, we're ready for the second half to kick off. Diriyah will be kicking off the second half, guys, just to let you know, guys. Thank you, everyone. Get involved in the chat, guys. If you like the stream, get involved. Smash a like on the video. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who continues to support the channel. Really appreciate that. We're underway in the second half, guys. Diriyah 0, Al Ahli 1, guys, here. So thank you, everyone who's joined me, of course. Big up. Hey, Marky Mark, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I'm good to see you. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. Once again, I blame our board. I will not blame Carrick. I just we didn't blame Amram. Give us the club back. Big up, Sal. Big up, my friend. It's good to see you again. Here come Al Ahli on attack. Even Tony's there. A little bit overcooked that pass on Even Tony there. Little bit overcooked. They got away with it, Diriyah there. They got away with it there. Yeah, well one back again there by Al Ali there. Ebdoa. On the left hand side here with Harman. And cross comes in, good cross. Too long. And it's gonna be cleared up by Kohli. Kohli passes it infield to Kotani. Lost the ball there again. It comes back to Doa. Simon, Man United are a juggernaut of a football club. They make the money from us fans. So why should we be happy with what these? Nobody's happy here. Definitely not. We're not the happy ones. That's on other channels. The other channels are the happy ones. We're not happy. I'm devastated. What's going on right now? I'm actually devastated. What's going on right now? Let alone. Big up, Gregory. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you, of course, of this watch along. Marky, season starts next week and already a 2 out of 10 window. At this rate, we are going to be worse off. And you're being very kind. I say it again, Mark. You're being very kind for giving them a 2 out of 10 because we lost 2 midfielders, right? Ugarte is going to be out all season and we replaced them. And that's it. And we haven't replaced Casemiro, by the way. We got, half, like kind of, not properly. So, yeah. Could even be a 1 out of 10. If we're being honest for ourselves, it could even be a 1 out of 10 window. If we're being totally honest for ourselves, definitely. And even that, I would argue that even that is being generous and kind to them. I really do think so. Diriyah on the attack here again, guys, with the impressive Kadu on the left. It's going to be a free kick to them. Gregory, your EPL prediction was short and quite positive, Sal. The club should be that fortunate despite the owners. Gregory, I do things to wind people up, Gregory. I'm going to tell the truth on Stretford Post. I do things to wind people up, but I like to wind the rivals up, of course. It gives them a headache, doesn't it? But we should be aiming at the league title, Greg. No matter what, Man United should always be aiming for the league title. I will always say that Man United are going to win the league title because that is what should happen. I will always believe they should win the league titles. Are Diriyah a new team? They're kind of a new team. My friend Bilal, they're kind of a new team. Yeah, they've just been about. They ain't famous like Al Nasser, Etihad, and Ali and these teams, of course, guys, not quite. Um, that's why it'd be guys. They're based in the capital of Saudi Arabia, guys. Um, now, Diriyah, obviously, it's not much. So they were formed in basically, I believe they're formed in about 2021, something like that. They are a new team in regards to their historical legacy. So they've been around in regards to the lower leagues, the third division, the second division. They're around, so they're new in the top league, the Super League. So the Saudi Super League, they're new. So they're kind of new, but they are building. Like, for example, they've got Idrissa Gueye who plays for them and players of that ilk. And you know what I mean? So, yeah. So they're kind of a new team in regards to the top division, but not new in regards to playing in the lower divisions. Gregory, Manchester United should win the league every single day. Second place is just a first loser. Absolutely, I agree. That's why I say this, Gregory. Exactly why I say that. Not that it's whether it's realistic, whether it's unrealistic. That is what Man United should be aiming at. Man United should always aim at winning the league. We're the Bayern Munich, we're the Real Madrid, we're the PSG of England. We should be winning the league. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying this year United win the title, even though deep down with these owners, we're pissing in the wind. Simon, every single season, I'll say we'll win the title because this is exactly what you're doing. Shedder, almost 2-0. Trincao again. It was almost 2. Was that Trincao? Was it? That was a great header there. It was he leaped up there. It was just wide. It was almost 2-0 to Al Ahli again. Yeah, that was a good header there. Absolutely towering header. Absolute towering header there. I think it was Demiral who got the header there. Demiral. Yeah, nearly 2-0 to Al Ahli. Al Ahli, of course, have got a good team there. Got a good thing going on, Al Ahli. Good team. Undefeated last season, still didn't win the league. I've never heard that before, but that is what happened last season with Al Ahli. You know what I mean? Doubles down why the invincible thing, it doesn't really mean anything because you could still, not win the league, even coming undefeated. There you go. Al Nassr won the league last season. Absolutely. Guys, don't forget to smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Welcome to the stream, guys. It is Al Diriyah 0, Al Ahli 1, guys. And Al Diriyah have had a good game. However, you know what? They haven't taken their chances. And Ali, they've come close a couple of times to making it 2-0. Absolutely. But Diriyah are still in this game. Whilst it's still 1-0, they are still in this game and they are still fighting in this game. Absolutely. Especially when you've got good players in the team. They've got obviously Idrissa Gueye, players of that ilk in their team. So you know what? They've got a chance, haven't they? And I really do like this Al Faraj at right back. I think he's a really good right back. Very proactive, always on the ball, always looking to go forward, in my opinion. Sal, do you think Walcott should be at our club? Can I be honest with you, Simon? I can't judge him because at this moment in time, you look at Jason Wilcott, he can only do what he's been given, the tools that he's been given. So Jason Wilcott's come out with an array, a repertoire of players that he wants, but we won't pay for it. Do you know what I mean? I agree Vavell should be above Wilcox, yeah, but whoever proposes and gets a player, who wants a player, if they don't want to pay for it, it doesn't matter who's there. You know, if they're not going to buy the good players, as simple as that. Yeah, Delap was a bit of a question mark. I have my questions about that. At this point, I'm starting the movement for Ryan Reynolds to own this club. Ryan Reynolds will be an absolute diamond at this football club. Ryan Reynolds actually cares about the football club he owns in, Wrexham. He actually cares about his football club. Do you know what I mean? He actually travels around the world to watch Wrexham. It's what we're talking about. That's the levels we're talking about here. Do you know what I mean? Walcott's wanting to lap. That told me everything. Well, maybe maybe that's all we could afford, Simon. That's the thing, because he weren't like that at Man City, and neither was Barada. They were splashing the cash, on good players. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here come Al Diriyah here, guys. Kadu to Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye with the ball here, passes it to Diandi. Diandi with the ball now. Chance for Diriyah. Can they get the ball and pull across in the end? Cleared forwards by Mbemba. It's going to be cleared away by Al Ahli here, and the back here by the left back Coley, the left back. The number 9 in 99 in Mbemba. Mbemba with the ball now. Looks at that. Look, Mbemba looks quite a good defender. To be honest with you, he's impressed me. Looks quite solid. You have to if you've got 99 in the back of your shirt. Definitely 99. We love the year 99, don't we? A good year. It's a good year. We all know. I wonder if we ever get to that level again. I wonder if we ever get to those 99 days again, guys. Will it ever happen? Will we ever get to 1999 again? I feel fortunate. I do. I feel so fortunate that I witnessed it. I feel so fortunate that we saw Man United at their best. I feel sorry for the people who support Man United now. This is why the standards are so low, because they don't know any better. Do you know what I mean? I was in Rotterdam in 1999. You mean 1990, Simon? Glinios and Co. just want to be part of the status that Manchester United name gives, but don't care about the club. Yeah, it's an ego. It's vanity, Thomas. Absolutely. It's just all about vanity with them. They don't care about the football club. It's all about vanity with them. You know what I mean? That's all it's all about. It's nothing else. Just vanity. And that's what they are. Fortunately, it's what they are. Unfortunately, we're stuck with them for the time being, especially with this fan base, Thomas, who don't want to fight, especially with this fan base. You know what I mean? Just content to take it, isn't it? Just take it. It's what they are. There's lots of interviews now with Marcus Rashford. Have you noticed with Michael Carrick and things about Marcus Rashford? Have you noticed? Marky Mark, I'm working on my coaching badge yourself. Some way, somehow, I will be a coach, and I'm hair drying every player. No more vibes. I see we need that dictator. Big up my friend, Marky Mark. Best of luck with that. Go for it, my friend. I wish go for it. Go and get your badges, mate. Chance Ali kept in by Tony, almost kept in by Tony. Diriyah, clear it. Coley clears it clear. 56 minutes gone, guys. We've got about 34 minutes to go in the game. It's still 1-0 to Al Ahli here. Hello, Sal. Big up Sniper Man. How you doing? Is it true Romano retire? I think he's going to go step away from football journalism. I've heard. I don't know how accurate it is, Sniper Man, but I think he will step away eventually. Will you do Al Nasser watch-alongs? Yes, Sniper Man. Unconflicted. I've got a couple of watch-alongs to do this week. I've got a few watch-alongs to do this weekend, to be honest with you. Unconflicted which ones to do. Some of them are at the same time. Cleared forward here. Diandi. Great tackle again. Great tackle there. Again by Haswari. But Diriyah. Sniper Man, right now, I'll take anybody. Right now, I would take David Raum, yes. I would take David Raum. Of course, I would take David Raum. But I want a midfielder. I want a backup striker. I want a right midfielder. I want a centre back. I want a right back. Sal, Romano ain't a journalist. He's a paid influencer. That's my opinion. He knows a lot, though, Simon. He knows a lot. He gets a lot of things right. 99% he gets right. It's the same with Ornstein, though, isn't it? They earned their corn. They got it right. They got contacts at the club. I know that. But he's retiring, He is an influencer, though. I would say that, Simon. Yeah, but he knows his stuff. Definitely. If Old Trafford is ever replaced by a new stadium, then fans like myself will cease coming over to watch the games in Salford, either once a year, once 3 years. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Obviously, it's a long way away. I can't even think that long. Great strike there. Very good strike. Great strike by Oscar Rodriguez there with a great strike for Diriyah. Great save as well from the goalkeeper from Al Ahli, Sanbi. It was a good save there. He kept his eye on the ball, but it was almost 1-1. Very, very, very good strike, of course. Corner to Diriyah. Playing well. Cross comes in. Kept in there, cleared away by Ali there. Again, Tony's going to clear it. That's going to be a foul, surely. Yeah, that's going to be a foul, of course. That's going to be foul. Retirement is he of a retirement age paid off. Yeah, pay him off. I wish we could pay off the owners. I wish Jim Ratcliffe would retire. I wish you couldn't own a football club by after the age of 65. Gregory, it's 7,700 kilometers from where I live to Old Trafford. They don't care about that, Gregory. That's the thing. They don't care about fans like you know, who go to who've been to Old Trafford. They don't care how far you live. They just care about the money. Bring in the money. Bring in the money. I would not be leaving the UAE where I am right now to travel 5,000 miles to see Man United right now. What with the Glazers, I'll be a hypocrite to do that. You know, I would be a hypocrite. You know, it's as simple as that. I would not flip from that. Got about half an hour to go, guys, in this game. It's still 1-0 to Ali in the first game of the Saudi Super League, of course. I'll be back. Yes, guys. Welcome everyone to the stream. Welcome to Stretford Post. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, guys. Old Trafford was 10-minute walk from my house. I used to go from London every single week, Simon. Sometimes I would leave work in the evening after a 12-hour shift, go home, have a shower, leave my house, get the coach to Manchester Piccadilly, no, Manchester Airport, sorry, from London, Victoria, overnight. Then I would get on a plane to the destination that we are playing in Europe, for example, Lyon or something like that. And then I'll watch the game, leave the same night, and then go to work the next day. Things like that. That's dedication. This ownership, they don't understand about the dedication that it takes to be a football fan. You know what I mean? Gregory, there are thousands of single game seats sold to foreigners every season. There's the one thing I would say about the season ticket. I've given up my season ticket. I did have a season ticket. I've given it up. One thing I would say about it is that, you know, there will eventually season tickets. I see this. No, Simon, I lived in London, so I used to get the coach from from London, Victoria, overnight when I used to go and watch European games. So I get the overnight coach to Manchester Airport. So basically, you meet up with the Man United fans at Manchester Airport. You know, if you've ever been to a European game, and then you fly off to the destination with the Man United fans. You go to the city centre. Then they take you to the game. You watch the game. Then you can either stay the night or you can leave the same night. I always used to leave the same night because I used to have work in the morning, and then I would basically go to work the next day after a coach ride or a train ride back in the morning after arriving back in Manchester Airport. In regards to Manchester United in England, I would always go to London Euston, or it used to be London Euston, then it ended up changing to St Pancras. London St Pancras to Manchester Piccadilly, Manchester Piccadilly to tram to Old Trafford, walk it from obviously Old Trafford past the cricket ground, buy a portion of chips. Guys, is it true, Sniper Man, is it true that Page is out of third midfielder? Tell me. No. Sniper Man, no. What, a guy who's only played 5 games for Leicester? No. Come on. Big up my friend Sniper Man anyway. Good to see you. If we tolerate this, it will be difficult to come back. It will be together. It will be. The more we leave it, it'll be more difficult to come back. But I've been to loads of games, hundreds of games at Man United around the world, guys. I've traveled the world watching this football club. You know, people know I've written stories about it. I've spoken to media about it. You know, and you know, I've always very quiet, got on with it, supported Man United, and that's what it is. Now, I'm living in the Middle East. It's a lot more difficult. They have an indie Manchester United fan club in Indianapolis, and I want to watch a game with them at a pub that they go to. But they told me I had to buy an official United membership. I walked out. What idiots? Why are they charging you to be a member of their fan club? Shouldn't it be vying for fans? Shouldn't they be desperate for fans? I don't like Man United fans who make money out of other Man United fans. You know, I don't. Sal, whatever happened to Diego Leon? He should be a 90 or 20 years old now. I don't know. Don't know. They obviously don't fancy him. They obviously don't think he's good enough at the moment. I've heard there's physicality problems and that. Real United fans have standards. I refuse to give this club any more of my money to misuse it. You're doing the right thing, Marky Mark. Absolutely doing the right thing, my friend. You know, you're doing the right thing. Yeah. Yeah, like a little example. I'll give examples of how difficult it is to be a fan and how much money, you know. So, do you think Flores has traveled more than you to watch the club? He's never traveled to Old Trafford in my life, as far as I'm aware, unless he can prove it. Sorry, Simon. Sorry, Terry. But I'm just, you know what I mean? I mean, unless he can prove it, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him prove it to me. He might be. He might have been told Trafford, but he hasn't been told Trafford as much as me. You know, wait. No way. Absolutely not. He's never been as much as me. No, he's from literally down the road from me. I knew everybody who used to go to Old Trafford from East London, who used to go to Man United games. I knew them all because we used to go the same direction around the same time, and I didn't used to see unless Simon, he said he's travelled more than me. Has he said he's travelled more than me? Simon, has he said he travelled more than me? Big up Nerdy. What's going on? Hey, bro. Good to see you. Please give an update of the match, please, and push that pause button on the Manchester United. Come on. I know it's difficult, Nerdy. Update on the match. Now, Al Ali scored. Sportsian got the goal, guys, for Sportsian, who's the Armenian international, got the goal for Al Ali. A deflected strike in the top corner. Al Diriyah have been very good, to be honest. Oh, there's a chance for Al Ali there. To be honest, I think that Diriyah have been unlucky to be losing this game. However, there was a big chance for Al Ali before this second half ended, which hit the post. He should have scored there in regards to that chance there. I think it was Galeno who had the chance. No, there was also a chance for Diriyah just before halftime, and it was Diandi Clayton, who got the chance for Diriyah. But it has been all Diriyah this second half. Diriyah have dominated this second half, to be honest. They've looked like the most team to equalize. They look like the most likely team to equalize, Nerdy. And they played very, very well. Two players, Kudu, I think he's done very well so far in the lineup. Rodriguez, of course, Oscar Rodriguez, he's done incredibly well as well, in my opinion. And yeah, it's a good game so far. And whilst it's 1-0, Nerdy, whilst it's 1-0, anything can happen. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know. Here comes Trincao. Trincao for Al Ali. Al Ali with the ball. Good player, Trincao. Here he goes. He's keeping the ball. Maybe he's kept it a little bit too long here. Good little bit of play there, guys. Al Khatani for Al Ali, but he loses the ball, and it's here in the middle of the pitch. Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye loses the ball. And now it's chance. Is it the talented Al Faraj on the right hand side? The right back Al Faraj. Guys, good talent to good tackle. We're making a substitution here, guys. The number 88 is coming on. Limalki. The number 88 is coming on for Diriyah. Limalki. Now, a little. Let me see. So Al Miyake. Okay, so he is a 31-year-old, guys. 31-year-old player that, guys, 17 matches last season. We need a full sale. Absolutely, Simon. I agree with that. Yeah, big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This is obviously football conversation, of course. This is where we are. Football conversation. whilst doing a watch along. We could talk about anything, any league in the world, but we do the watch along as well. And of course, I'm covering the Saudi league this season as well. My Yankees on the number 88. You got to be good if you're number 88, by the way. If you have a number like 88 on the back of your shirt, you've got to be good, guys. You have to be good. You can't just have number 88 on your back and not be good. It's really bad. My Yankee is come on for Al Diriyah here, guys. Yeah. He's primarily a defensive midfielder. Diriyah need to score. They've got like 20 minutes of this game to go, guys. I think they play very well, but that means nothing if you don't get the goal. It means nothing. Of course. We have to talk about everything football. This is obviously a Man United channel, but we do other watch-alongs as well. But we have to obviously not just talk about that. Breaking Dawn and Chatterbox, all about Man United. Yeah, absolutely. All about Man United. We have to do justice to our audience, of course, which are obviously here watching the Saudi League as well. I will be doing other watch-alongs as well in regards to the Premier League. I'll be doing most of the watch-alongs in the Premier League next season. I will be doing other leagues as well, Champions League, Europa League. Of course, as everyone knows, I've done a few last season. I will be doing more, of course. Guys, it's all about the football. Of course it is. It's all about the football, guys. And thank you everyone who's joined me. So, which club do you favour in the Saudi League? Al Nasser, mate. Al Nasser is my favourite team. Because of Ronaldo, basically. That's my favourite team in the Saudi League. Yeah. One thing I would say, like, we could go round and round in regards to United, and we just going to drive ourselves crazy. I'm going to give you the news tomorrow. What I hear, I would give it. What I know, I would give the news tomorrow morning. Every single morning, Breaking Dawn will be here, and I'll be giving it. Cross comes in from Diriyah, punch from the goalkeeper, good punch, well cleared away there from the goalkeeper from Al Ahli, of course. Sambi's impressed me, the goalkeeper for Ali, to be honest with you. He really has. He's impressed me. There's a couple of players that have impressed me today. Hamad, the right back. Hassawi always impresses me for Al Ahli. Al Faraj, absolutely. Bilal, do you support Napoli too? I don't support any club but Man United, Bilal. My wife is from Naples. I have a Napolitan connection. I also know a lot of people in Napoli in regards to the football team. I have respect for Napoli, but I don't support any club but Man United. One club, one Man United. That's it for me. I'm affiliated with other football clubs. I know people at other football clubs. I've worked at other football clubs. There's a difference, isn't it? I've worked at other football clubs, but I don't support them. No, absolutely not. But I also like to watch other games. I like to analyze what's going on in football, the world of football. So when I talk about football, when people come on here, like someone did the other day, and say that, basically say to me, oh, they know more than me about football. I mean, I find it laughable because I do watch a lot of football, to be honest, guys. Like I do in the Saudi. I bet they're not watching the Saudi league today. Absolutely not. Let me just give you an update on the Saudi scores, guys. At the moment, it's still Al Shabab 1, Al Qadsiya, which is the other big team in Saudi Arabia, by the way. 1 there, guys. Of course, Al Qadsiya, another team that have invested heavily in their team, of course, guys. So, yeah, that is 1-1 at the moment. I would say that Al Ahli are the favourites for the league at the moment. I would say they were undefeated last season, of course, and didn't win the league. That is unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? For a team to be undefeated in the league, guys, and not win the league, that just goes to show you, wow. You know what I mean? Is that levels? That is levels, isn't it? At the end of the day, here come Al Ahli on the attack now, looking to wrap this game. It will be wrapped up if they score again. I believe you have to feel that will be it for Al Diriyah. Cross comes in. Chested down, well chested down, shot straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper there. From the number 6 there, Edoa. Edoa is the number 6 who plays for them. Very impressed with him as well. A few players in this squad I'm quite impressed with, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind them, of course. Absolutely. I wouldn't mind them, of course, guys. Is Chris Smalling still at Saudi Arabia? Um, I don't think he's got a club at the moment. As far as I'm aware, I don't think Chris Smalling has a club at the moment. Does he have a club? I'm not sure. I know he was playing for Al Fayya in Saudi Arabia, but I don't think he's got a club at the moment, mate. I really don't. We got a hydration break here, guys. I don't think he's got a club at the moment. He had 60. He had over 60 appearances for Al Fayya, but this sort of faded away. To be honest with you, I haven't seen him. Like, so last year was probably his last season. Absolutely. My name is secret. My name, it could be Salvatore, it could be Salvino, it could be Salama Hitsic, it could be Salama Ketescu, it could be Salama Discu, it could be Salamadinho, it could be anything. Simon, should we get Chris Smalling back? Let's get Chris Smalling back. My name could be anything. Anything you want it to be. For now, it's just Sal. Still, what's that? Not Salman Khan. Far from it. Bloody hell, Bilal. Do I look like a Salman Khan? Still, that deflected strike from Al Ahli separates the two sides, guys. Diriyah feel hard done by. We have got a hydration break here, guys. One player I'm very interested in is the number 99 who plays for Diriyah is Mbemba, the centre back, good centre back, one to watch out for as well. But obviously, I want to say one thing about this game here and the player to watch out for in this game, guys, is the fullback, in my opinion, and his name's Al Faraj, and he plays for Diriyah. He's the right back, and I think he's really good. I think he's really good. And the good thing about him is that his prowess is very good at attacking. He's at the attacking side of him, guys. Not Sally Bilal, not quite, nearly. You call me Sally if you want. Look, no, it's not Sally, mate. No. Yeah. Everyone wants to know. Al Nigel. Right, we got substitutions coming in now for Al Diriyah, guys. We've got the 75 Mashari coming on. We got Deba coming on as well, the number 27, guys. A few more attacking players, and we got guys, the number 21 also coming on. Hamaran is coming on, guys. He's the number 21. He's a defender, guys. But yeah, the number 99 is off. Yeah, there's a number of players gone. The defenders come on is there, of course, which is the number 21 there, Hemaran. And then we've got a couple of attacking players come on as well. So Diriyah are going for it. They changed it up a little bit, freshened things up a little bit. It is still only 1-0, of course. So there is an opportunity here for them. You know, there still is. Whilst it's 1-0, guys, you know, it's dangerous scoreline. It could be, you know, there could be a chance for an equalizer. You never know. You never know. There could be a chance for an equalizer, of course. Whilst it's still 1-0, of course, guys. Absolutely. We got everyone in the stream. We've had nearly 1,000 people popped in today so far to say hello. Hello, hi. Big up everyone. Don't forget to, guys, absolutely. Here we go, says Thomas. Has been banned from another Manchester United group on Facebook for speaking facts. That's 10 now. Bloody hell. Thomas. Bloody hell. Hall of Honor. Honor, a Hall of Fame, isn't it? The Hall of Fame, Thomas. Well done, man. I feel privileged. I actually feel privileged. I actually feel like I'm different because I haven't blocked you, Thomas. So I feel left out. I feel left out, mate. I do. Yeah, well done, Thomas. Well done for speaking the facts as usual, brother. Well done, mate. You're an absolute legend. Keep doing it. Keep ridiculing them. Keep telling them about the birds and the bees. Absolutely. Hey, everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new too, guys, as well, guys. Great to have everyone new here, of course. Good to see you all in the stream. Really appreciate everyone, of course, supporting the channel today. I will be back, don't forget, tomorrow morning for Breaking Dawn as well with the latest Manchester United All right, ask Thomas, which fan channel banned you this time? Yeah, tell me. That's true, Simon. I wouldn't disagree with that. I've actually got my full mat of hair. I'm lucky I've still got my hair, to be honest. In my life, I've used so much gel in my life, guys. I've actually only stopped off. I've only been to Turkey a couple of times, so yeah, I don't need to change. I let nature do its course. So I don't need to change nature, mate. Chance. Oh, he's missed it again. Diriyah and Al Ahli again, man. What's going on? Almost a chance to wrap this game up. This time it was the defender there, Ibanez, the captain, who had a chance there. Ah, he missed it. He just mistimed it that time. It was just a mistiming that time. He just missed it, guys. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Thomas, the funny thing is, they don't even discuss the real issue. They keep moving the goalpost. This was a Swedish fan channel. But use Brill Cream. Use Brill Cream. I didn't use Brill Cream though. What did I use? I used to use the cheap old 50p gel sometimes, Simon, from back in the day. You know the one you used to get from or 20p, 25p back then when I was young lad. Brill Cream I used for a little bit when I used to have long hair, like really long hair. I used to have the Beckham. I think everyone went for that Beckham stage. I went through the Beckham stage. I did have the long hair for Beckham. Here come Al Ali on the attack. Trincao, good save from the keeper again. The keeper's done very well for Al Diriyah here. He's kept him in the game a couple of times here. Yeah, really, really good save. Down to his left-hand side. Great save. Trincao, the talented Portugal international, been linked to Man United, of course, many, many times. Nearly made it 2-0. But Diriyah are still in the game. Here they come on the attack again with the right back. Can they win back the ball? Over the bar. Gregory, Brill Cream was that greasy stuff. I used that for decades. David Beckham used to promote Brill Cream. This is one of David Beckham's original, apart from Adidas, it was one of David Beckham's original sponsorships, was Brill Cream. There was a time when Brill Cream was just a thing. So basically that's what it was. There was a time when everyone sort of had curtains, didn't they? So everyone had the McDonald's. So I'm going out the same way I come in, like me or not, bald, fat, and naked. Unfortunately, I think a majority of us will be, Simon. Fair play to you, my friend. Fair play to you. Absolutely. You are what you are, Simon. You're real, and that's what you are. Bilal, I got banned from a channel because I told someone that wrong about Amram being a good manager. I don't know about Amram being a good manager or not, but what I do know is that Amram called out the ownership. I think that should be commended. I think he should be commended for that. Because no matter what we feel about Amram, Bilal, he didn't get the left back. He didn't get the right back. You know, he didn't get any midfielders, and that's what I would say about it. And he called out the board, and fair play to him for calling out the board. It takes a lot of guts to call out the board, you know, and he did it. And I applaud him for that. And he also got rid of Rashford and all the toxic players, which was good as well. Whether he's a good manager or not, forget about it. It's not up to that. He was good at Sporting Lisbon, was undefeated in the Champions League, won titles with them. He's good to an extent, maybe not a Man United manager, but certainly what he did in regards to removing the toxicity and calling out the board, he needs applauding for that. He does. Because no matter what, if Carrick next season comes out and starts calling out the board, he's going to be gone too. He's going to be gone too. He will be sacked too, no matter how good he's doing. Trincao couldn't quite, he couldn't keep guys. He didn't have a plan B, but now he was stubborn, and that ultimately cost him. But one thing I respect him for, you know, he got rid of the bomb squad, like Simon says, and he called out the owners. So fair play to him, exactly. And I would always respect him. No manager comes into this football club, Bilal. No matter Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ruben Amram, Jose Mourinho, and will succeed under this ownership. It's simple. It's not the owner. We shouldn't blame the managers anymore. It's not something to block you for, but you know. They didn't think Amram would be a man of his word. They thought he would compromise on his standards, but he didn't. Exactly. Definitely. Exactly. And they lied to him. No matter what you think, they lied to him. They lied to him. You know, big up Sal, big up Mandem. They lied to him. Whether he would have been successful is irrelevant. what it is, because at the end of the day, every single manager that's gone right, even Luis Enrique, there's a reason we didn't get Luis Enrique. There's a reason we didn't get him because he would have demanded as well. They know that Luis Enrique would have demanded transfers. They know he would have demanded transfers. You know, when Michael Carrick, if things go up badly for Michael Carrick, he'll be the first one out the door. You know. Now, do you recall David Beckham being forced to cut his hair, being upset at Sir Alex? Yes, and he made the most of it. Good header there, wide. It's still 1-0 to Al Ahli here, guys. Just to let you know, we got 6 minutes of the game to go. Al Diriyah 0, Al Ahli 1. Yeah, it's a competitive game. Al Diriyah, of course, are not one of the biggest clubs in Saudi Arabia. Getting bigger, getting better, but they have been in the lower divisions in Saudi Arabia for a long time. The Riyadh club. Guys, right here they come. Can they equalize? This will be a massive equalizer if they manage to get it in. It's a chance. Oh, it just wide. It was an open goal. It nearly got there. Nearly got there. It was almost 1-1. They still got it. They nearly got that equalizer, guys. It was inches away. Literally inches away there. They nearly got the equalizer. As it stands, it's still 1-0. Trinkiao. Chance. Oh, nearly. This is another chance for Al Ahli. Chance. And it's straight at the goalkeeper from Tony. A weak shot from even Tony. A weak shot from even Tony. Man, then focus will shift to Carrick. The board are just being talked about because the window is still open. Once it closes, the people will forget exactly. The same fans glaze them will turn on the manager quick. Exactly, Mandem. Facts. Can't say any more facts than that, mate. They will forget about it. They will, because what will happen is that the board and the ownership will disappear for a few months and people forget about them. That's what they're. But we on this channel will not forget about them. Absolutely not. They should always be blamed, Blau. Absolutely. Because we don't know. We don't know, you know, at the end of the day, what's good for us, what's bad for us, because we've got such a bad ownership. Cross comes in, corner to. I really do hope that Michael Carrick wins the league. I hope Michael Carrick does something incredible. But if Michael Carrick does something incredible, don't go and don't thank the ownership either, because it's not down to them. It will be down to Michael Carrick. It won't be down to the ownership. You know what I mean? So we got a corner here, guys, with Al Diriyah. The corner's about to come in, guys. For Al Diriyah, Rodriguez with the corner. Cross comes in, cleared away. He's still in there. Still in there with the number 7 there. Dandy, 17. Claiming a penalty here. He's on the floor. They're going to be looking at penalties now, isn't it? They're going by. I back Carrick as well, Thomas, not the ownership. They're looking for penalties now. Nah, you can't give a penalty for that. It's currently a 2 winner, so these fools can't bamboozle us. Do you think it's even a 2, Mandem? Do you think it's a 2, considering, let me just say this, that we lost 2 midfielders and we replaced them with 2 midfielders? One of them was we didn't replace Casemiro because Casemiro was world class. Do you think it's a 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10? I think we're touching a 1 out of 10, a 1.5, Mandem. You know what I mean? Because we haven't got Ugarte next season. We haven't got Casemiro next season. And we got Santos and Tillmans, who nobody was talking about when we purchased them. Before we purchased Tillmans and Santos, nobody spoke about them. Apart from me, 3 months ago, I said about Santos. Cross comes in, headed away. Al Ahli are now going to start getting a little bit nervous now. Of course, the game is almost over. And when it's only 1-0, we still haven't replaced him, Thomas, in my opinion. I think Casemiro was the closest, but Casemiro was all on the other side of his age. So that's the reason Real Madrid got rid of him, because, you know, he's past his best, but we got good years out of him. Carrick hasn't been replaced. We haven't had a proper midfielder in that is going to be there for many years to come since Carrick. Shot way wide there, unfortunately, for Diriyah. They're shooting from very long angles now. It's a little bit of desperate stations. We've got about 2 minutes to go in this game, guys. I want to thank everyone so far who's joined me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Lots of watch-alongs coming your way as well, guys, as we gear up to the start of the season. Another substitution for Diriyah. The number 12 is coming on for them, of course, guys. The number 12, which is Wadi. Wadi, who is a 24-year-old defender. Another defender coming on. It's been atrocious. I'm just being nice. You're being ambitious, man, because the thing is, I know what people are like. People are going to be, but I don't understand this blocking people for opinion, blocking people because you're telling the truth about the ownership. What's happened to people with critique? Can't you critique anymore? Is it illegal to say something that is true that hurts people's feelings? Because that's what it is. It's basically like that we're hurting people's feelings or something. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, I want us to beat Ruben. Of course, he doesn't manage us anymore, Bilal. I want us to win, of course. Haif, number 66, is coming on. The 46, Saleh is coming on. And Suleiman, number 5, is coming on for Al Ahli, guys, just to let you know. Guys, big up everyone. And big up everyone in the stream. The legends in the house today, of course, going to be. Absolutely. Thank you for joining this game. Minimum, Simon. Absolutely minimum. Minimum. 5 minutes of injury time here. 5 minutes of injury time in this game. Still 1-0. Can Diriyah equalize, guys? Come on. And cleared away. Cleared away there. 5 minutes of injury time on the clock. Guys, on the clock is a 5 minutes of injury time. Guys, here we are. I didn't like the way he treated Kobe. But why did Tuchel treat him like that as well, Bilal? That's the thing. It's up to him, isn't it? I don't like the way he treated Kobe either. But Kobe needs to prove himself as well, this season. It's a big season for Kobe. You know that. Massive season for Kobe. He can't flop this season. We need him. We need him to step up this season. But why did 2 managers now didn't rate Kobe? That's what I would ask the question. I would ask a very critical and controversial question. Why did Thomas Tuchel and Amarim not play Kobe? Kobe's injured. I don't know. He needs to play next season. We need him. We ain't got many midfielders left, Simon. We're running out. We're running out. Now, Carrick, what about Carrick in these friendlies? We could argue Carrick is not playing JJ Gabriel on Jim Thwaites, and he's showing nepotism and he's showing favoritism with Jack Fletcher and Tyler Fletcher. These are the things I don't like. I don't like these kind of things. I hate them. I hate the fact that this favoritism and this nepotism happens. That's what Michael Carrick's doing at the moment with Jack Fletcher and Tyler Fletcher. How can JJ Gabriel only get 5 minutes in preseason? How can Jim Thwaites only get a few minutes? 2 of the best young players we've got in our youth team. Unbelievable. If they were at Barcelona and they were at anyone else, they would be playing. They'll be on the squad. Tell me. Look at Dalman of Arsenal. He's in the squad. Gregory, my solution is join the channel. Then they will be less likely to kick you out for saying the truth. Too many of the Glazer Ineos bots and too many of the people that are glazing them and stuck up their backside, are too egotistical to admit they're wrong. They're already hurt. They already know they're worried. They're panicking that they're going to be proven wrong. And I think that's one of the things, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what's going on. One thing's for certain. All I know is that every manager that's come to us, whether Eric Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim, they have all been rated very, very highly in Europe. And we destroyed them. We destroyed them. We're the destroyer of managers. We destroyed Jose Mourinho. We destroyed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, our legend. We're going to destroy Michael Carrick as well at this rate. Amorim didn't have the tools to do his job. That's it. Every team is a sausage rocket. I don't know what's going on with him, man. Honestly, a lot of them, mate. A lot of them, I would say. The absolute lot of them. Yeah. Tuchel cost his team wins because he went defensive, Bilal. Ruben didn't cost his team wins because he had a good win record, Bilal, before he left. He actually had one of the best. His XG was very good, Bilal, before he left. We were 3 points from fourth, or 4 points from fourth. He suffered the African nations, which contributed to us losing points, a lot of points. Otherwise, we would have been up in third, second place, even challenging for the league. He didn't cost us anything, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. But what people have to understand the context, Bilal. I know that this is where you have to think logically and critically. You have to think like this, that he was not backed by the ownership. He came in at a time when there was absolute disarray in the football club, absolute madness in the football club going on at that time in regards to Rashford going to media and things like that. He had to fix the mess in behind the scenes before he had to fix the mess, on the pitch. And then when he was promised things, he didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't blame him for that. And he didn't cost us anything. He actually contributed to us heavily being in the top three. Let's see. If it wasn't for Amram last season, trust me, bro. Trust me. Without Embremo, without Embremo, without Cunha, without all these players, we wouldn't have got top three, mate. Which are Amram players. No chance. Absolutely not. Sesko, no chance. Anyway, here come Al Diriyah. Fight. We're almost on full time. It's still 1-0. They really haven't. Chance for Al Diriyah. Can they get it in? Can they equalize? He didn't cost anything. Tuchel cost England, no doubt about it. But Amram didn't cost Man United anything, mate. What he did, he's the reason we came top four, mate. He's the reason we're in the Champions League. That's what I would say about that. And I'm critical, We kept drawing games, but we had a good win record, mate. We were playing not counter-attacking football. This is the thing. We weren't playing unsustainable football. We were playing possession-based. We were changing the culture at the football club, Bilal. We were changing the culture at the football club. There's a difference between changing the culture at a football club and just playing counter-attacking football. Counter-attacking football will get you certain things. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it will get you certain things. And there you go. You rest your case. You lost the argument, Bilal. Sorry. And it's finished 1-0. It's finished 1-0 to Al Ahli, guys, courtesy of a goal from us, guys, in the first half. They have won 1-0 Al Ahli, guys. And unlucky to Diriyah. They played a good game, to be honest with you. I'll be honest. They played a good game, but just were not ruthless enough, guys. Were not ruthless enough. And they lose the first game of the season. Al Ahli win the first game. Guys, absolutely good for them. Spurtian is the one who's got the goal, guys. Absolutely, guys. I despise counter-attacking football. Attacking football is pro boring. Let's bring down any United manager. Not really, mate. You're counting 2 seasons in a row, Bilal. You're counting 2 seasons in a row. Stop doing that. You're more intelligent than that. You're counting 2 seasons in a row, Bilal. Why are you counting 2 seasons in a row when the disarray, the mess that he came in when he joined Man United? Why are you doing that? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say, oh, last season. He was in the top 4, mate. He got us into top 4 that season. Stop it. Stop it. Amram lost money taking the job, and that tells me he's a football man. He's a proper football man. People don't understand football. They think football very basic. It's very basic the way they think. They don't think that we're trying to change a culture. They're trying to change a culture. And you're going to see it next season, the same thing. All this win percentage nonsense from, trust me, bruv, FC, man them, all them people. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. Rubbish. I've been watching football 40 years not to get simplistic opinions about football. Football's far more complicated than that. You don't rate him, that's your opinion, Bilal. But he's the reason we're in the Champions League this season. That's it. Simple as that. Not Michael Carrick, who's counter-attacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer football so far. And you'll see that, He was undefeated in the Champions League, beat Man City 4-1. Remember that? Won the league after 20 years with Sporting Lisbon. Knocked Arsenal at the Europa League, at the end of the day. He is at the end of the day. Not, guys. Carrot went safe, Simon. Absolutely. He is, Bilal. You're just being hating. You're hating, Bilal. You're hating, Bilal. You got to open your mind. You got to be more intelligent. That's why this channel is very intelligent, Bilal. Back to basics, Simon. Exactly that. Back to basics. Back to basics. Absolutely back to basics. I agree with that. I agree. Back to basics. That basic football won't get you far. It won't get you far. You know, Amram is. It will prove to be a good manager. He will do that. AC Milan, trust me. Um, Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the conversations and all that. Been a good conversation. Absolutely, guys. Massive, great conversation, of course, in the stream. It's finished 1-0 to Al Ali, guys. Guys, please, can you do me a favor? Can you kindly smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and everything if you're new. Big up. The energy should clearly be on the board and not the manager. That is not that is not with us. These guys haven't done their job, and people are still glamorizing them, even though they haven't delivered exactly. Exactly, Simon. I agree with that. I agree with that. Thomas, Abram comes from the era where you love the game and loyalty towards your club. That doesn't exist anymore. These players today, exactly. People don't understand that. They will never understand that. I've been watching Man United 40 years. I've seen 13 titles. I know what a good manager is. I know what a bad manager is. I know that no manager. We got a lot to thank Amram for where we are today. And I think, regardless of what you think, guys, we got a lot to it. So does Carrick have a plan B in your Bilal? Does he? He plays counter-attacking football. He doesn't have a plan B. He plays counter-attacking football. That's why we lost with 10 men against Newcastle and lost with 10 men a couple of times in the league. So that's why. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he doesn't have a plan B. He certainly does in Sporting Lisbon when he's winning trophies, mate. So there you go. At the end of the day, but Bilal, you're starting to become a nuisance. So, at the end of the day, I've told you, you're not listening. You're one of them guys, and I understand why you've been blocked, mate. I'll be honest. But I don't want to block you, so don't get on this because you're not listening. You're just speaking to respond, not speaking with knowledge. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he got us third thanks to Amram. That's it. He got us third thanks to counter-attacking football and Amram. That's what happened. Well done. We got third. Wow. Anyway, who cares? You know what I mean? We're not going to compete, but Amram got us third. Where were we when we left the league? Where was he when we got sacked? Few points from second. Sit back and seems to be Carrick's default tactics. Exactly. It won't get you far. Bilal, you want the ownership out? Quit this Amram talk. My advice to you as a proper Man United fan, 600 games under my belt all around the world, I will tell you right now, quit the Amram talk because Amram was right and Amram was thrown under the bus and Amram is the one who called out the ownership. It's as simple as that. And that's why I'm going to leave it. No more Amram talk on this channel. It just makes people pissed off because the guys, no matter who we put in, Michael Carrick, Luis Enrique, Jurgen Klopp, it's going to be the same thing under this ownership. So you can't judge anyone for anything. Because next season is when Carrick is going to be judged. And you're going to see it. I'm not going to judge him. I'm not going to call him out. But people like you who talk about Amram non-stop are going to judge Carrick. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. All right. Now, big respect to everyone. Take it easy. Have a good day. Good evening. Thank you, everyone. Big up Bilal. Big up Thomas. Big up everyone in the stream. Appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow, guys, for Breaking Dawn, of course. Don't forget to join me for that as well. The manager are just surviving when they come to our club. It's a problem, yeah. They have to find a way. They have to go beyond what they're capable of. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Big up Thomas, guys. Big up Bilal. All good, all jokes, all banter. Love it. Good to see you again. And guys, don't forget to join me for tomorrow. I'm on a couple of watch-alongs tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Got a couple of watch-alongs. And also we got obviously the Breaking Dawn going on as well, guys. So happy Friday for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good evening. See you soon. Peace.